Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was talking about making flow with the rhythm. Yes,
sir, man, for the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the First and Foremost podcast. We are the brothers. That is Jerome to my right side.
Yes, brothers.
Sorry, yes, sir, brothers. And then Bacon Network, Arvon Bacon down below, man. So excited to be here with y'all with another episode. Before we start, if you want that football gear for this upcoming season, hoodies, shirts, hats, cleats, you know what to do. Use that promo code ITH Football and get 10% all of Phenom items. Make sure you go get that merch before the season starts. Yes, sir. So, man, we got a lot of store for today, y'all. We got a special guest, Kimauri Farmer of Carrolton, man. There you go right there. Appreciate you showing that. That is Jerome right there showing the Phenom gloves. Again, guys, so if you guys don't know, the season is right around the corner, right? And Jerome and Bacon going to be at a whole bunch of games. So if you guys want to be featured, make sure you slide in them DMs, man. It's all down below at Arvon Bacon, at Inside the Hashes. If you want them to come out to your game, players of the game get a free set of gloves. Yes, for free. For free. So they're going to choose the player of the game. So if you guys want them to come out to your game, make sure you guys go shoot them a DM and make sure you follow them and everything like that. But got Kimauri Farmer for the Carrolton Trojans, man. Before we do that, we obviously got our first and foremost, but he had a spectacular season last year. We're going to get into that a little bit. But I'm going to start with Bacon on the first and foremost. Yeah. How you feeling tonight? Well, what's your first and foremost before we begin?
First and foremost, man, it has to be the BET Awards, man. I've since being a kid, that was like the talk was the BET Awards when it came on, tapping in, and this year in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's back live, man. People's back tuning in. It was trending on Twitter. So that's my first and foremost. I love to see, you know what I'm saying, just anything black winning. So shout out to the whole BET family. Shout out to Drewski and Taraji for having that magical moment. If you know, you know. But that's my first and foremost.
Go ahead, Jerome.
First and foremost, sometimes, man, you just gotta let go. You just gotta let go. You just gotta let some things go, and go. No more dreads, man. No more dreads.
Well, it's ball, bro.
That's the dreads.
Yeah.
So, first time in like 3 years, the boy cut the dreads. So it was weird. I see Kimauri with his hair earlier, man. I'm a little jealous on that. But yeah, new look. You know, something a little different. But they'll be back.
100%, bro. Just brought another love TKO.
Well, for me, man, my first and foremost, man, I know that NBA is becoming an international game, man. But I got to give a shout out to some of the young guns, man. Team USA, the 17U took care of business. They beat China by 84 points, 162. So I think it was, 62? Hey, man, they absolutely whooped on them boys, man. So they my first and foremost, man. They set the record in points scored and steals in that game against China, man. So that's how you get it done. The young boys ain't playing Tyron Stokes, AJ Basta. They putting on the show, man, showing out for the USA, man. So that's always good to see the young buds stepping up in a big way. Speaking of, USA basketball is right around the corner. If you guys didn't know, the Olympics start July 26th. They're going to have a basketball showcase before it starts off at the end of the month. They're going to play Canada, Australia, Serbia, SSD, and Germany. So if you want to see your hoops for the summer, I know we're going to have Summer League as well. That's a good way to find some hoops. Some of the best of the best, man. It's going to be a great Olympics, I think, especially on the basketball realm with France being in there, Germany being pretty good. So I can't wait, man. That is my first and foremost tonight.
100%. I know y'all seen Wembanyama doing his thing, man. That boy look iron sharp.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But I'm gonna throw it to Bacon. I'm going to slide it to him. This is his guest for today. I'm gonna let him do the intro for Kimauri, Farmer of the Carrolton Trojans. Not too far from the bread and butter where Bacon resides at. He's always down there in Carrolton, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him take over.
100%. Man, this is a young man. Of course, you already know by now if you're just not tuning in. We got a special guest on by the name of Kimauri Farmer, man. You may know him by the number 21. Last year he rushed for over 1,300 yards, 1,433 to be exact. 6+ games, over 100 yards, man. He is the man, the myth, the legend, number 21. The man from down under, the man from Carrolton, the king of West Georgia. If you didn't know, you now know. Kimauri Farmer.
Yo.
I hope I did you justice, bro. It's kind of rushed.
Nah, I appreciate that, man.
Most definitely, man. So just kind of just let the people know, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling today, what, you know what I'm saying, what went into today's day for you.
Well, shoot, woke up, ate some breakfast. What's y'all favorite cereal? I gotta ask that question real quick.
Oh, we have enough questions though. Okay.
I got to.
Yeah.
Man, it's tough. Man, that's real tough. People gonna call me childish, but I still enjoy a good bowl of Lucky Charms. I ain't gonna lie.
You can't go.
I'm telling you.
Jerome?
I'm usually a classic guy. I like Frosted Flakes, so like you can't go wrong with Frosted Flakes. But I will say, get that I need something a little bit more sweeter. That Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What?
No doubt. For me, I guess you can call me old school too, man. I'm gonna go with the Apple Jacks, man. If it ain't Apple Jacks, it's the Tricks.
Tricks of a kid, silly rabbit.
Yes, sir. What about you, Kimauri?
I woke up and had me a good bowl of Reese's Puffs, man. I can't.
Yeah, that's another good one. Good one.
Them is tough.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Woke up, had me a good bowl of Reese's Puffs. Went to the gym, got me some squats in, and that's about it.
100%. What's your max right now, bro?
I'm at 465. We match Monday, so I'm trying to hit 500 when we get back in the weight room.
Quick question. Obviously, I'm gonna let you take over, Bacon. But I want to ask you. I seen across Twitter this is basically dead week, right?
Yeah.
So is it just like y'all working on your own?
Yeah, you doing stuff on your own. You're not doing summer workouts no more. So you just off, really give you a break.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Bacon.
100%. So if you do 465, you shoot for 500, man. What's the biggest max in the weight room for y'all?
I think Zakai hit 615 or something like that. I don't know. He hit something crazy last match. Maybe 605. I want to say he hit 605.
All right, what's your bench, bro? We'll get started, bro.
I benched 280. I got to get that up there. But
yeah, you gonna get that, bro.
Yeah.
So last thing is what's your goal for you when you're a senior?
On what, bench or squat?
Both.
Senior goal for squat, I don't even really know. I don't really set long-term goals. I try to focus on
Yeah, I like that.
So I don't really know about squat or bench, really.
100%, man. We're gonna hop right in, man. I was looking on your socials, man. I was looking on the World Wide Web. I looked high and low, and it ain't too much. It ain't too much on you, bro. So just kind of let the people know, man, who is Kimauri Farmer, bro.
I mean, Kimauri Farmer is a kid that loved football. I mean, I've been playing football since I was 4 years old. So grew up in Carrolton. My mom's from New York. Been playing football all my life. Went to Carrolton pre-K through 5th grade. Then I moved to Central. Came back to Carrolton to play football for high school. So.
100%. Have you been? Do you go often? Go back and forth to New York?
Nah, we ain't went there. Nah, we ain't went back in a long time. We often go to Alabama and stuff like that. So we'll probably be in Alabama for the 4th.
I got you. Y'all shooting big fireworks, man?
Oh, yeah. Go big or go home.
100%, man. You got to go up there to New York, check out them bodegas. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you back to last year, man, when you name your essence, it hit the film, man. So whenever you seen Bryce go down, man, and Coach called you, hey, come on, you probably gonna be, you know what I'm saying, you probably gonna get the bulk of the carries for the rest of this game against this big game that's on ESPN, you know what I'm saying? What was going through your head at that time, bro?
Oh man, when I was actually getting some water, and then I just heard the fans like, oh, so I'm looking, and I hear Coach call my name. I saw Bryce down in the field, and my head just got spinning. It was a big stage, everything, but I was ready, man. I thank God that I was ready because that's the stage. So yeah, it was nice.
100%. So like, what did you do to kind of, you know what I'm saying, just quiet yourself down, calm down, like, all right, man, it's my time to shine, my time to just go in, you know what I'm saying, pick my team up, you know what I'm saying, keep everything going where it needs to.
It was actually Juju. He came up, he was like, just do you, really, because I mean, not a lot of people knew me before then, but they knew like I was good and I could get the job done. So basically him and my teammates telling me, you good, we got faith in you, just play your game.
100%. And then a couple plays later, man, you found yourself tumbling in that end zone, man. So I'm saying, when you went to that, when you tumbled in the end zone, what kind of like it's like a high, it's like a low, high, all in one drive.
Man, when I first scored, that's the crazy first touchdown of your high school career right there. Cause boy, it was loud, so all kinds of emotions came to my head, man.
100%, man. I can't, you know what I'm saying, ignore the hair, man. Just kind of walk me through the hair, man. I'm saying, what, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, for different people, the hair's got different meaning. Like, it's a part of them. So, like, what inspires you to kind of grow out to, like, the fro locks, the free forms, or whatever it is, just from your words, you know what I'm saying? What does it mean to you?
Really, I was just doing something. I can't have a low cut. I got a scar in my head, so I can't go on a low cut. So I just grew my hair out. I've been doing stuff with it, really. Braids.
You had surgery or something when you was a young buck?
Nah, actually, I was playing basketball in the gym, and I was running full speed, and I ran into a nail. So, yeah, I bust my head open.
How old were you when this happened, bro?
Like, I want to say 8 or 9. 8 or 9. Yeah. It was crazy.
100%, man. What do you like doing on your free time, man? You know what I'm saying, you chill with your guy, chill with your partners, or you be on the lonesome?
Most of the time I'm with the guys. I may hop on a game, UFC a little bit. A lot of people been talking about Warzone, but I can't really get into it.
100%. So you a big UFC fan?
Nah, I just like the game. Like, I know a couple players here and there. That's all.
I got you. Where does your you big? I assume you're a big NFL fan. You know what I'm saying? What major sports are you big fans of?
I like the Seahawks. Probably my favorite team, just because Russell Wilson used to be on there. That's probably my favorite player of all time. So.
100%. Well, I got a couple more questions for you, brother, but I'm gonna pass y'all to brother Naj up here. I know you got some heat for you.
All right.
All right, Kimauri. So obviously, Bacon talked about, you know, being in that spotlight, being in that moment. So I want to ask you, what advice would you give others, right, that was in that situation? That's not easy to do, Kimauri. I mean, you're on national television. One of their best players for Carrolton goes down, and you put in the spotlight. So I know you answered it, but I want to ask, like, what advice would you give those young kids, sophomore, you know what I'm saying, young, you still getting time, but, you know, you thrust into the starting role. What advice would you give those kids to be ready for that moment?
Oh, man, just practice. Focus on your game. Like, I know it's hard. It's easy to get off track in practice because I've been there. I get off track in practice a lot. But when it's time to like game plans and all that, you need to be locked in. You need to be focused. It's a place and time to play and all that, but you got to be locked in practice. You got to work on your craft and just be you. If you're ready, coach gonna put you in the game. You just be you.
Got you. Talk about obviously playing for Carrolton a little bit. I mean, you guys play some of the best, man. What is that kind of like, just always being featured kind of in that spotlight, man? Like going up and like this year, you guys are going to play Parker, who's a top team in Alabama. Last year, you played Langston Hughes on TV. Just talk about what that's like to always be in the spotlight and, you know, being to play in these big games.
Man, it's great because you can experience the other talent on the other team. And I go against one, I think, one of a good defense every practice. So it definitely it puts you up there. So I'm glad to be playing all these good teams and stuff like that.
Got you. Let me ask you this. What was your favorite moment from last season?
Favorite moment from last season? Probably when we were on the other side of the goal line, the Langston game where I dove in the end zone and the crowd was going crazy. That was probably my favorite moment. That was crazy.
Got you. What was your thoughts on, obviously you guys played, another rival in Rome, obviously on the other side of the state. Game you go off on, you end up winning offensive player of the game. What's going through your head in that big game going up against kind of a rival?
I knew it was a rival game. Like it's always been big in the city, and like I said earlier, I grew up in Carrolton, so I remember going to the games and on the bus. I'm just thinking like, dang, it's a big game for like the alumni. So I'm already locked in and I'm focused. Going through that game, me and Drew we was just playing our game.
100%. In your eyes, Kimauri, what do you think it takes to be an elite running back on the high school level in order to kind of be like one of the best of the best?
I would probably say just how you prepare for the games, really. Because if you're a talented back, you're going to go in. You're going to score touchdowns. You're going to put up stats. You're going to get the yards. But how you preparing for these games is really going to make it. It's going to set yourself apart from all the other running backs.
Certainly. All right, now talk to me a little bit about kind of your offensive line, man. The big nasties down there, they be protecting for you. Obviously open up those big holes. Talk about relationship with them.
I love my O-line. Last year I took him to where the Jeffersons. We went out to Jeffersons after I passed 1,000 yards. So now you definitely got to have a relationship with your O-lineman. Off the field, on the field, that plays a big role.
Certainly. All right, man. So I got some questions too from the audience that asked you some stuff. So one asked, he said, so this is CJ Too Tough. He said, how did he react when he got his first offer?
Oh man, it was crazy. It's Coach King had called. He had texted me. He was like, "Arkansas State's offering you," and I don't know what.
Tough.
Crazy.
100%. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know you good. You good. It was definitely it was a surreal feeling though, because that's like every high school player dream. Offers. But it was good.
And then someone asked, where did your love of football come from?
Well, my big brother played, my dad played, my grandpa played. So when they signed me up, Carrolton actually doesn't have tackle football for 5 and 6. So I had to go to Central to play when I was 4. They signed me up for tackle football. And I just fell in love with it. I remember I broke my arm. I played in a cast. I broke both of my ankles. I don't know. I just fell in love with the game, man. It was always fun to me.
Definitely. All right, I'm going to throw one more, and I'm going to throw it to Jerome. Tell me, what was your favorite memory playing youth football?
Oh, man. Okay, so back then, when they did a little draft. So I think I had counted as 2 picks. So one year, 9 and 10. And they had all the stacked players on one team, and it was just me alone on the other team. So we had lost like 34-12 in the championship game, but I remember me going off. Like, I scored twice. It may not seem like a lot, but in that game, it was crazy. So that was probably my favorite.
All right, Jay.
All right, cool. I want to go back to the hair, brother. Like I said, I just cut my dreads off, man. I see you.
Oh,
chill out, man.
Oh, whoa! You cut it off.
Where were you at?
Whoa, my bad, Kimauri, bro. Whoa! When did this happen? Cut off the dreads?
Cut it off on like Tuesday.
What?
I still need to shape up. That's why the hat's still on. Still need to shape up. Anyway, Kimauri, man, you got your hair full, man. How long it took you to grow your hair that long?
I think I cut my hair in about 8th grade, and I started growing it back as a freshman. So probably like 2-3 years, going on 3 years.
Yeah, because when I was growing my hair, it was around like 3 years as well when I came down to Georgia. I cut it full and nice like yours, bro. Any tips for a brother? Because I'm trying to bring it back.
Sleep.
No touch. All right, keep those. All right. Well, so obviously, Carrolton right now, man. Y'all looking like a bomb squad right now. You got a lot of, not recruits, transfers that came in, things like that. In your opinion, how is the team looking right now? I know you had a couple of spring games and spring practices. What's your opinion on how the team is kind of shaping up right now?
Oh man, I think we're great. We definitely got a shot at winning the state championship. We're focused on building that team part, the relationship with the players, the new players. We got a lot of good players like Shamar, Zealous, Payne, Zachary, Dorian. We got a lot of new players who gonna help us win this thing. So that's exciting.
100%, man. How you feel like you fit into that piece? Because I know you're not just a running back that just runs between the tackles as well. I know you receive the ball as well. How you see yourself fitting into with all the talent and being able to get the ball everywhere? The saying that there's one ball. How do you feel like everything's gonna kind of fit together?
That's actually been something I've been working on in the off season. The receiving part. Working with Peyton at the A. Like on defense and Indy, I may go with the receivers one day, try to work on my routes, work on my catching, because that's one thing I feel like I lacked last year. So I'm definitely trying to put that the what you call it the three thing back thing. I'm trying to do that. So I'm trying to get that back.
3 down back.
Yeah, that.
Definitely. No, and the reason why I said that too because one of the times I've seen you was at the Corky Kell Elite Classic and you was receiving the ball a lot there. So is that something that you're naturally comfortable doing already, or it was something like, hey, during that practice you trying to work on that and they asked you to do a little bit more receiving during that game?
It was something I was kind of getting comfortable of doing. I was already, with the quarterback we have, he's gonna sling it. He's gonna sling it hard too. So you got to know how to catch. You got to know how to get out in the route, catch the ball. So it's definitely been a work in progress with receiving the ball and stuff. But I'm definitely comfortable with it now. So.
Definitely. Now I always have this question because I see running back, and there's different types of running backs. You got your power backs, you got your scat backs, your receiving backs. I consider you a scat back. And with the scat backs, man, what I always wonder is like, how are you able to move so quickly in the hole and find the hole so fast? Because that always been so fascinating with me, man. Like, how do you do that, first of all? And then second of all, how did you realize like I had that type of vision to be able to cut in the hole so fast and juke a guy that's coming in the hole that's like almost 100 pounds bigger than you?
Really, I rely on my vision. Like, I see the holes. I always say things slow down in the hole for me for some reason. So, like, when I get the ball and I'm looking in the hole, everything's just moving slow for me. So, when I got up to varsity the first game, I always wondered, like, how things going to move, like how much faster things are going to be. But it wasn't really that fast for me. So, every time I'm in the hole and I cut, I just run. Just run.
Yeah, man, because it's literally like a split second. Like the second, the ball type gets to you, and then you got to look up and see where the hole is, and it's like the hole. That's something you have to work toward, or it was still something that's kind of like natural, but then it gets progressively slower and slower as you go.
I feel like that's something that just got slower and slower as I played football. Like in rec, we worked on that a lot, and I was really good at just seeing the hole and going in rec ball. So I feel like as long as I played football, this has just been a work in progress, and this got so slower for me.
Definitely. Now, I want to talk about your recruitment a little bit. You got some recruits that came in, offers that you have coming in right now. What is it that you look for in a school when when you're going to OBs or just business in general? What's some of the things that you kind of looking for?
Really just relationships. Somewhere I feel that I'll fit in at, like, not too big on the height. Just somewhere I think I'll fit in at, like, I can call a family. So somewhere I'll see myself at, and just I'm looking to work.
100%. With two more questions, and I'll let you get back to Bacon. What's some of the things that some of the scouts are telling you so far, as far as your recruitment and how are you looking at certain schemes?
I've been talking to a lot of coaches. They're just telling me, just go where you're wanted, or like go where you feel that you can play best at. Try not to focus on gaining a bunch of weight. Wherever I feel that I can play best at, just play best at. So that's what a bunch of coaches are telling me right now.
I understand. And do you have a timetable, like when you want to commit? Like, is there like a timeline, or an area like you want to target that one school for yourself, or you want to like
even thinking on it. I'm really just now starting to get recruited, and my recruiting is just starting now to pick up. So I'm trying to let these offers roll in, then I'll start thinking on committing and stuff probably later on. So.
Awesome. Good talk, man. Good talk. Hey, baby.
Shout out to you, man, for the hard work paying off. But I don't think this is the first time we talked to somebody who's been from Carrolton, going to Carrolton. So being from there, just kind of let us know what it's like being a Carrolton football player. Is it everything that you thought it was going to be wherever you were a young kid? And yeah.
It's crazy. Growing up, I feel like I got the full experience because I've been through every stage, in elementary school, seeing them walk the halls and just thinking, man, I want to be just like that. So it is a good feeling because I was a young kid that wanted to be myself when I got older. So it's definitely great. It's a good feeling.
Did you think you were going to be this good when you were younger?
I don't want to say yeah, but I don't want to say no either because I was definitely good in rec. I was one of the top players in rec, but I just relied on my speed in rec ball. So now I'm getting bigger and putting it all together. A lot of people always told me, man, you're gonna be good. You're gonna go to the league. So yeah, but yeah.
So what would your younger self? What would you tell your younger self now? Knowing you go, I got you after this one.
No, you're good.
All right. Let me get my thoughts together. What would you tell your younger self now knowing that you're in the position where you're at, being, recruiters picking up, you competing for a state championship this upcoming season?
Definitely just stay focused, be you. Don't try to be no one else, man. Just stay on the right path. It's easy to get off the right path. So just stay on the right path, stay focused, because, hey, you got this.
100%. You talked about just being yourself in today's world. You know more than we do. Being on social media. I'm sure coaches talk about this all the time, but for you, being an individual, man, how do you kind of shut social media down? We can kind of lock in, and obviously you're gonna get different things from different people, teammates, influences online. But how do you kind of just block it out and stay focused on your journey?
Really, I kind of shut the phone off, turn on the TV. I might cut on the game real quick. I'm a real TV show guy, not big of a movie guy, so I might cut on a TV show that get my attention for a long time. So that's probably good.
100%, man. At this point in time, man, do you still feel slept on as a 2026 running back?
Do I still feel slept on? I wouldn't say I feel slept on. But I feel like y'all just saw one season. Y'all ain't really saw me yet. Y'all saw me, but y'all ain't really. I got a lot more in store for y'all. So I just want to say stay tuned. That's all.
100%, man. I'm getting ready to bring up Bryce Hicks, man. What has he meant to you, and what type of advice has he given to you? Preparing you for this next phase, man.
Man, Bryce has always been someone in my ear. Like in 8th grade, going up to 9th grade, I remember when I first saw Bryce in the running back meeting room. And he was talking to me. He was just walking me through plays, and we didn't even know each other yet. So when we got to that spring, he was in my ear telling me what jump cuts to make, helping me with the plays. So he's always been somebody in my ear. He's always believed in me, had faith in me. So it was good having him in my ear during the season. So that helped a lot.
100%, man. We got some questions. These might be from you. This might be one of your teammates right here, Jaden. I'm not sure how to say his last name, but it's definitely one of your teammates. He said, who all had interceptions in the spring game?
Oh, who had interceptions in the spring game? Probably, did Shamar have one? He probably had one. I think Zealous might have had one. And maybe, I think he might have had one.
100%. 100%. Question 2: any hidden talent on the team?
We got a lot of flippers. People you will look at and say, "Nah, he can't flip. He can flip." We got a lot of that on the team. A lot of old linemen can flip on our team. So.
How many old linemen flipping on the team?
Probably about 3.
3. Okay, so if you just say any more than 5, bro, I'm like, ain't no way. I gotta come see that. Number 3, and then we're gonna go back to your hidden talent as well. Who's the funniest player on the team?
The funniest player on the team is probably it's definitely a contest between Jay Hagan and Zakai Hilton. Them two, right. they can spark up a laugh real quick.
All right, for sure. And what's your hidden talent, man? You sing to the ladies, you know what I'm saying? What you
doing? Hidden talent. I don't really think I got a lot of hidden talents. I'm good at a lot of things sport wise. So I ain't really found out a lot of hidden talents yet.
So you're a multi-sport athlete?
Yeah, but no at the same time. I can play basketball, but I foul too much. So
that's what they say about the football players, man. It's all right though. It's all right. So in the last couple questions, now throw it. Now I see you got a little ink. I believe it's on your right arm.
Yeah, right here.
What is that, and what does that mean to you?
It's the Serenity Prayer. It's actually on my chain too. It's something my grandma drilled into my head real young, so I always went by it. So it's on my chain, it's on my arm.
100%. Elaborate for the viewers and us as well. What is this Serenity? What is the Serenity Prayer?
It's actually saying, it says, God grants me serenity by, what did it say? God grants me serenity by.
Oh no.
Doing the things that. Wait, hold on. Y'all put me on the spot.
You good.
Accepting the things that I can't change, courage to know the difference, and wisdom. Wait, courage to. Hold on.
You good.
Accept the things that I can't change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
That's powerful, brother. You take that with you along your life journey, you're gonna be all right, brother. You heard it here first. Probably not first, but you get what I'm trying to say. I see you got footballs, medals behind you. Is this your room or is this a family room?
Yeah, this is my room. This is my room right here.
Yeah, man, give us a little, you know what I'm saying, a little tool. You don't got to give walk around, but just, you know what I'm saying, a little over the shoulder points. You got a lot of hardware back there.
Here's my fireplace. I got a little fireplace.
A fireplace?
Yeah, here go all my letters and stuff I got. Fireplace. I got the little visit things on there. My plaques. I actually got this one from.
Oh yeah.
And that's Offensive Player of the Year in my region. And yeah, that's about it. I got a big room. So.
Nah, that's tough, brother. Yeah, she got about 30 yards in there.
30 yards is crazy.
Put that room up, brother. That's a big room. You got to fill that up.
Yeah, I got a big room. I got the room downstairs. So.
Oh yeah. Now, did you give that plaque to him? I see that's y'all. That's one of y'all, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I told you he won Offensive Player of the Game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yep. That is one of them. Yeah, he's a dog, bro.
Nah, for sure, definitely.
And I know Kimauri not gonna say it, but you are slept on, bro.
Yeah,
you're not gonna say it, but I'll say it for you. You are slept on, bro. I mean, you really like that. So, I got a couple more, obviously. Before I throw it back to Jerome for the final ones. I want to ask you: is anybody you model your game after, or you like to kind of take bits and pieces from, or anybody you like to watch, like far as NFL or college, that you kind of just take, stuff from?
I don't think I play like him, but I've always wanted to play like Adrian Peterson. That's somebody I watch the Viking days, man. I used to pull up his highlights, him and Tavon Austin, and just sit there on the TV and watch him over and over and over again. So that's probably him.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, both of them is legends, man. What they for the league and even in college, man, off the chain, those two. All right, man. I know you know the game dropping in 2 weeks. Did you get to see the Dynasty Dive today?
Yeah, the deep dive for the.
Yeah, what you thought about that?
I think it's gonna be fun. Being in high school and going through the recruiting stages definitely gonna give us a lot of up on everybody else who's playing the game. So I think it's gonna be fun for me, definitely.
All right. When you first get the game, who you playing first?
Who I'm playing? I'm probably playing Georgia because they're the top right now. And I'll probably play with I got 3 teams I'll play with. Probably Florida State, Alabama, or Michigan. I want to play one of them two. 3.
Go Blue.
There you go. Here you go. And just one quick recruiting question. Just obviously, I know it's just getting started for you. If you had to say, what schools have you been able to visit so far, or you haven't been able to visit just yet?
I haven't been to a lot of schools. I've been to some. I've been to Georgia, Florida State, Tennessee, Auburn, just schools that are around me. I haven't really traveled a lot yet, but I'm planning on to.
Gotcha. In terms of those, right? Which campus have you liked the most so far?
I think maybe Florida State and Auburn. Those two, their football facilities, they were nice. I think Auburn just built theirs. They were in construction.
Yeah.
Got there last year, so they got a lot of new stuff. That's cool.
Gotcha. I got one more. I throw it to Jerome. What are your goals for 2024? We know you hit over 1,000+ yards, 1,300 yards rushing last year. What's your goals for 2024?
I'm definitely trying to find the end zone a lot more. Get these receiving yards up, and definitely rushing yards more. I probably be looking for 16, 17 this season. So definitely find the end zone more and just big runs, a lot of big more runs.
Throw you, Jerome.
Yeah, man. I want to go back to Carrolton because Carrolton's all the way on the west side. But a lot of people know about Carrolton because of the rich history there. What are some of the things that you like about Carrolton that maybe some of the things that you didn't know before you got there, and you got there now and you're just like, man, I'm so proud to be a Carrolton Trojan.
It's basically the history. We have a lot of alumni around in the city, so a lot of people that grew up in Carrolton and played football in Carrolton, they're still in Carrolton. So they'll come to the games, come be in the locker room when we get done. And Coach King is definitely building something special with the younger generation that's coming up too. And we've had relationships with a lot of people, a lot of alumni. So it's a small city, but it's a big city at the same time. So we all know each other. So that's definitely a big.
That's awesome, man. I feel that too. I've been to Carrolton a couple of times, and just the hospitality that y'all show over there, man. Kudos to you guys. Do you feel like being so close to Alabama, it kind of feels like you're more Alabama than like Georgia or Atlanta, or you kind of feel like part of the community as well?
I wouldn't say it feel like I'm like more of Alabama. I've always been I've traveled to Alabama and I actually stayed close to Alabama because I'm like the border of Carrolton. Okay. But it's always been just Georgia, really, to me.
Definitely. Now, tell me about your game a little bit because like I said, you're a really good running back right there. Where did some of the you talk about your family being in football? What's some of the stuff that they maybe taught you or told you how to play, or still kind of give you criticism and things like that? Like, hey man, you got to do this, or hey man, you got to do that. Like, how's the conversation going?
Oh, it was actually my big brother. He would take me in the backyard. He would actually put on pads and just tell me to be tough. We would run hills. He would come to my practices and he would look at stuff that I need to work on and stuff that the coaches tell me, and he'll translate it back at home. So when we get home, we'll work on that. And I always my cuts. I always work on my cuts fast, just keeping my head up in the hole. Because I used to actually run my head down when I was young. So I just start running into people. So that was something that we worked on.
Now you say you fit on the pass, man. It'd be you and your brother pitting on the pass, or it'd be you, or he'd be roughing you up in the backyard? How'd that go?
Nah, he definitely rough me up. When we'll go in the living room, he'll hit me on the couch or something like that. So that's definitely one of the reasons I'm tough right there.
Definitely, man. You got my little brother too, trust me. So who's your biggest influence, as far as, helping you understand the game of football, or was it just your brother, or maybe it could be even your mom, your dad, who's your biggest influence, as far as helping you out with, going through the tough times of football?
It's definitely, I've always had a lot of people around me, with big cousins, big brothers and all that. They always kept me on the right path. So they always told me what I needed to hear, what I wanted to hear sometimes too. So probably my big cousins, my big brothers, my dad, my mom, everybody around me.
100%. Now, obviously, you playing on the same team as, Juju. He's getting all this national attention. How is it playing with him? Because I know that, around the cameras, he's like a quiet guy, but I see him, get, be jokey and funny and laughing and joking sometimes. Tell us a little about Jill, and tell us a little about, some of your other teammates as
well. Yeah, we have a lot of stars on the team. We got a lot of guys that bring attention. So that's a good side. But being able to see these people when the cameras are turned away and stuff, like actually knowing them, that's the fun part, man. A lot of these guys behind the scenes are funny guys, and they're just good people to be around. So that's definitely a good part in playing football, the family part.
Definitely, man. Now I gotta ask, who you think is the funniest on the team? The goofball. You go on the field and y'all always have a good time with that person. Who's that guy?
Well, being in game, probably playing with Juju. He likes to talk to the defense in game, and I think that's crazy. He'll talk mid play. So that probably in practices, probably Jay Hagan or something like that.
Okay. So you saying Juju's like Cam Newton, calling out the defense and stuff like that?
Yeah, he does it a lot. He did it actually Valdosta the game. Like he was doing that a lot, talking to the defense mid play, yelling and mid over plays and stuff like that.
Definitely. But what's your on field personality, you think?
I'm more of a when you get me started guy. Like you don't want to get me started. So I'm like, it's not really hard to get me started. So like I'm quiet. Like probably like first, second quarter, but when I get in that groove, I might talk a little trash and stuff. I'll get in your head.
Definitely. Now, who would you say is like the hot on the team, or the stoic one, the one that every time they're on the field, they're real serious, they rah kind of guy? Who's that guy on the team?
We got a lot of guys like that, but we got a lot of guys that can back it up too. Probably Duty. Or he'll get in your face, but he good too though. So it ain't a lot. It's not a lot you can do about that.
Definitely. Now tell us about the coaching staff, man. I know y'all all business type of coaching staff, but who's that one guy, maybe a players coach on the team that was getting you guys up and amped up? Who's that
guy? Probably Coach Strick. He's a DB coach. That's because he's a middle school weightlifting coach, but he's the high school DB coach. So he gets to see us when we're young. So he watches us grow up. So he knows a lot about us and stuff like that. He's a funny guy.
Got you. Got any impressions on
him? Nah, not really.
It's all good, man. Okay, tell us a little bit about your head coach, man. How's he and how's his personality on and off the field?
Coach King, he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. He knows a lot. You can tell that he knows a lot. It's fun being around him too. He's different on the field and off the field though. Like he likes to have fun, but when it's that time, he likes to work too. So now he's definitely a great guy though. We all love Coach King.
I'm saying he seems like a real nice guy as well. And then last question. What was I gonna ask? Any weird like on field, pregame traditions or pregame workouts like you see on the field? Anybody have like that kind of weird facade thing they do?
I don't think nobody in the team has this weird thing that we does on the field before the game or something like that. I know in the game, it's something weird that I've been doing since I was younger, and I've tried to stop doing it, and I can't. Like if you watch my film or something before the play, I'll like dig my foot into the ground, and it's something that I cannot stop doing. I don't know why. Well, I think it feels good on my toes or something, but I don't know why I do it. I like dig my foot in the ground. So
you're getting the feel of the ground. So when you chopping it up,
Yeah,
probably.
What it is. All right, Bacon. I'm gonna let you finish up.
All right, bet. To the pregame rituals, man. Y'all kind of line up in like a little T form. Y'all kind of clap. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Now, what is that?
I don't really know what that is. I just know they told us to do that when I got there.
100%.
We do a lot of like all of our stuff is like stuff that the alumni do. So like we do a lot of stuff that's before us.
100%. I get you. It makes sense. Last thing for me, brother.
I think we lost Bacon, but I'll ask the question. Since he did hit enter that, so he asked. Oh, go ahead, Bacon. You cut out a little bit, but I'm not that.
During the game, y'all go to a lot of games, man. Cameras are always around y'all. Sometimes in the locker room, man. Just how from your personal experience, how was it playing with the cameras around? Do you like it or do you not like it?
It's something that we definitely saw when we were like in 8th grade. Like coming to Carrolton, being from Central. In 8th grade in Central, it wasn't a lot of cameras around at all. But when I referred to Carrolton and being like up to the high school, it's definitely like was a change. But it's not something that really bothered me. It's just something that I knew that being in a different environment. So it was definitely something I had to adapt to, but it never really bothered me.
Do you and Mr. Walton, y'all kind of bounce ideas off each other, like, you know, so how y'all can be better at the position?
That's definitely my boy. We kind of laugh at the rankings and stuff all the time. A lot of people don't know that we played together in middle school, and we were like a 1-2 combo. So yeah, we talk a lot.
There it is, man. You heard it here first, guys. You got anything else, Naj? Or we going?
Yeah, closing thought for me, man. Obviously, Kimauri, I know your process is just getting started with your recruiting, but if you decide to do anything, we would love to be a part of it. You know, if you have a party or whatever you decide to do, or if you just, you know, need a trusted platform to make your announcement on, we would love to be a part of it. Or whatever you decide to do, it's been an honor and a blessing to have you on the show, man. And you're one of our favorite guests, so we really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
I got one more question because I'm sure this is the question everybody's asking. Carrolton versus Douglasville.
Oh yeah,
man.
Good question, Jay.
Come on, give us something for it. How you feeling? You got that game circled on your mat? What's up?
Nah, I definitely got it. I think we all got that circled on our calendar. It's gonna 100%. Be a good game, but a lot of stars in that game. I think we definitely gonna come out on top, though. I'm just saying, we're definitely gonna come out on top.
Okay. Listen, we talked about getting a Carrolton versus Douglasville podcast on here. Like a couple of you guys kind of going back and forth. Love to have you on. If you do decide to do something like that, we might have to separate you guys or meet you guys at some point. But you have to have that one at some point doing something like that. That'd be cool.
That'd be lit.
Nah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Definitely. Well, Kimauri, man, appreciate you getting on. We're looking forward to seeing your progress this season. Hopefully, this won't be the last time we see you for sure. This won't be the last time we see you. So we love to get you back on again. Like Matt said, you was great. Being on here, so thank you.
All right, yeah, appreciate that.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all. So there goes Kimauri Farmer, man. Y'all get at him on the socials, man. We'll have that LinkedIn stuff below. Definitely one of the rising stars for Carrolton. He goes a little bit unnoticed sometimes, you know, under the radar with all the star talent that they got. But man, he's just a go-getter guy that always is just put his head down and just works, man. He's one of those guys, man. So before we move on, I'll throw it to the guys to stay last impressions on the interview.
Yeah, man. I love his personality, man. You know, from the moment we got on, even before we got actually on live, he was smiling the whole time, man. I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. You could tell, you know, he was excited to get on. So love kids like that, just excited to get on, ready to talk, and you know, let everybody know who they are, you know. And like you said, Naj, very stepped-on guy, man. And I think like, you know, being able to give kids like him a little bit more exposure, you know, it goes a long way. So I love it.
Yeah, I agree with. I mean, I think we all got the same kind of answer, man. You know what I'm saying? Kid's got great energy. Kid can ball. Came on and told his story, spoke his piece, man. He loves the what flavor that body armor is that? Anyway, I can't remember, but he likes the body armors over Gatorade. Be a special kid. I can't wait to see his progression. We haven't seen. He's got another gear, man. The kid had 1,400 yards, almost 1,400 yards last year. 6 games over 100. 6 games with 100 200+ yards rushing, a couple 200-yard games in his bag. So I'm excited to see him on the field. After this podcast, I'm definitely more intrigued to learn more about him and to see how he plays this upcoming junior season.
No doubt about it. So y'all, if y'all didn't was not able to catch the full interview, is on all of our YouTube pages, Inside the Hashes, Bacon Network, man, and also Najee Wilkins. So you guys can go check all of that out. But we have a new name for our football segment. We obviously have one for basketball, 3-man weave. So I came up with this one myself. I think it hits. I think it's gonna be one that everybody knows now going forward. So it's called Hitting the Grid. So grid is short for gridiron. So Hitting the Grid, that is the new name of our football segment. Just calling that going forward, just hitting the grid, latest going on. And we're going to actually start with the Bacon Network on this one. He was at one of the best padded camps. It was so loaded, y'all. I mean, they had Grayson, Gainesville, Sandy Creek, Langston Hughes. Like, it was just loaded. So we want to get the insight on the camp. So Bacon going to kind of shed some light about what happened and what he saw and what some of his insights.
100%, man. The camp was legendary. The camp was loaded, like Naj said. I got there probably around like 1. I didn't get there early because I was at another camp. But man, it was loaded, man. Of course, you had Stockbridge was there, Langston Hughes was there, Gainesville was there, Sandy Creek was there. Off the rip, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna notice who's the most physical teams on the field by far. People going like, man, what you talking about, bro? But I think Stockbridge was probably the most physical team on the field that day. They just had a lot more bigger athletes. You know what I'm saying? I think Grayson was a close second behind. They were the overall better team, obviously, but Stockbridge they got a lot to prove, man. They feel like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they got sustained, but losing the state championship last year, they got a lot to prove. A new head coach coming in, Coach Bam, was doing a great job, by the way. Want to shout him out. Great coaching staff as well. But and then third, Gainesville was probably the third most physical team. Sandy Creek, and then Langston Hughes. But most physical offensive line has to go to Langston Hughes. I put that out there. Then Creek, this local Sandy Creek team, they held up on the back end. It came out a little flat. But they did make some plays. It was a sequence. I didn't get it on camera. I wish I did. If I had my eyes like the little Google glasses, it'd have been amazing. Recent Georgia Tech commit Dalen Pinson was going back and forth with a Gainesville receiver, man. They chirping. It's kind of getting a little chippy. And Dalen, I could tell that QB is getting ready to throw it to the receiver. I think the receiver said so. Anyway, Dalen back up, smooth back pedal. Quarterback get the receiver to look, and the boy came out of nowhere and jumps it. Man, it was lit. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could feed my memory through the screen. You know what I'm saying? We're not in that AI sphere yet, but nonetheless, it was amazing. But like I said, Grayson was the best team. I can't remember the QB1 from Grayson right now, but he looked formidable. I'll be dropping some little clips of him soon. He made some good reads, made some good plays, had a good run up the middle. He looked decent. He looked exceptional. He looked really well. He looked good. If he can play like that, they really got a great chance of bringing Hardwell home come December. Now let's touch on Langston. I know that's what everybody wants to hear about, right? Langston, they look good. I ain't gonna lie, Langston look like Langston, man. Some people may have thought, man, this might be another back-to-back down. I mean, last year really went it down for Langston. They did beat Carrolton. They did lose to Rome emphatically in the playoffs, but they did look very well in the padded camp. Christian Langford made some good throws. The running game looked very well. Baker toting that thing. I don't know all the receivers yet by name. Yeah, that's one of them right there. I was talking to Coach Boone. I said, man, Coach, I got a sideline full of track players, man. About 7. He said, we really got 10. We got 3 more on the sideline. So, man, so Langston's going to be fast. They're going to be fast. Offensive line's going to make them nasty, physical. So don't sleep on Langston. It could be Langston Hughes and Milton.
Not be surprised on that. Sorry, go ahead, Bacon.
Nah, you good, but that's really what I want to see. That's really what I want to see, man. I think Not the question mark, but I think what's going to separate a team from where they can get to the not only just get to the championship, but get to the where they can win that championship is going to fall on the shoulders of Christian Langford, man. Keep it a buck. He did win the Q quarterback on 3 MVP for good reason. He can pass the ball. He's poised. But he's gonna be what gets them over the hump. The run game is gonna get them a long way. But to be a complete team like Milton, you're gonna have to dot your I's and cross your T's with your arm, man. And Gainesville, Gainesville looked exceptionally well. The defense looks like they can win ball games for them. Looks like an attacking, scoring defense. Now, do you remember the young DB's name? Who I put that clip out on? Number 2. Hold on.
I don't know the DBs like that.
I be retweeting too much stuff. Here we go.
Judah Knight.
Say it again.
Judah Knight.
Judah Knight. Yes, sir. We're gonna put him up there. Share screen. Share screen.
It's not to fit up.
Huh?
It's not to fit up.
No. I was going through like clicking it, bro. My bad.
Okay.
This is number 2. Judah Knight made an exceptional play. Really broke on the play here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's a ball hog right there, man. That's everybody don't do that at the DB position. Shout out to Judah Knight for making that play. They look, like I said, the defense looks like looks like an attacking defense. The offensive quarterback looks like he can make some throws. So you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be the question mark for me. Can the offense make those big time plays when it comes down to crunch time for them? And we're gonna fast forward to Sandy Creek, who I like a lot in 3A. I think they got a great chance of going and get another ring. Complete team, very complete team that came out a little flat this past Thursday. They got a smaller offensive line, so obviously, you know what I'm saying, you're playing against 5 and 6A team. They're going to, you know what I'm saying, bully you a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but nonetheless, the coaches are on them. Got to pick it up, guys. We can't get bullied out here, but you know what I'm saying, skill-wise, they kept up with everybody. Quarterback made some exceptional throws on the outside secondary. I feel like it's one of the best secondaries in 3A, if not the state. Very exceptional. The Patty Camp was as advertised. All the media you think of was out there. On 3 was out there. What's my guy's name? Dang it. Brooks Austin was out there. Obviously, you know, I'm sure y'all seen the mic dubs by now, but yeah, it was as advertised. A couple guys got offered that day. I believe offered the 2027 running back for Grayson, the defensive lineman for Grayson, and I want to say, the linebacker. So yeah, Coach Watson was out. Coach Watson, huh? What's that? Yeah.
I think that, yeah.
So yeah, it was a whole lot of motion going on out there this past Thursday, man. So yeah, that's what I got from the Patty Cam, and you can go on YouTube, Bacon Network. If you haven't already watched it, you can get a nice representation of what happened at the camp. You just type in Grayson Patty Camp, Bacon Network, or Grayson Patty Camp, and it will pop up for you. And if you're there, please hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the bell for all your football, basketball, and culture needs. Yes, sir.
There you have it, y'all. So that is the full analysis update from the Patty Camp. I was not able to go. I found out the night before. But like I said, you know, usually if one of us can't go, one of the other two ends up going to one of these major events. So we everywhere, y'all. And any program schools that's watching on X or Instagram, whatever it may be, if you want us to come to your school, obviously we know summer is about wrapping up pretty much. Because it'll be 4th of July this week. Just let us know. We'll be there, man. So that's the latest on the camp. But there are major commitments for 4th of July. Some kids moved it back. Some moved it up. Obviously, Brody McWhorter was one of them, but he already committed to West Virginia. Prior, but his was set for 4th of July. I seen that Hollis Davidson is set to commit to Florida State or Auburn, expected to make his decision on the 4th of July. One of the commitments I had for July 4th actually got moved back as well. So I think kids are just considering taking their time. But I wanted to ask you guys, any commitments you guys think that's supposed to take place, whether that's in-state, out-of-state, for the 4th of July weekend? I know it's going to be a lot of kids committing on Thursday, Friday, yada, yada. What have you guys seen, and which ones do you guys kind of plan to attend if you're able to?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I don't have any commitments lined up. But I would love to go to some if y'all do have some. Still working on my car issue right now, so I've been kind of out of favor a little bit. But if there is a commitment you guys want to, come out still, and we'll make a graphic for you and things like that. So just let us know if there's anybody that wants to cover their commitment. Or even just have a live commitment. I know I did one live last year. So anybody wants to do a live commitment, just go on our podcast. I'll throw the boys on this year, and we can do a live podcast, a live commitment video for you guys as well. So I'm down to do that for sure.
Before Bacon goes, yes, y'all. So again, any kids that are watching on any of these platforms, again, use us as a platform if you want to announce your commitment live. Again, we are a friendly platform, and we try to do it different than we see others do it. Obviously, on 3247, Robbins do a great job, but we try to give a little bit of more, just context, just to kind of tell the person that you are, instead of just those, obviously questions, generic questions, whatever it may be. They do a great job, obviously, those platforms, but we just try to bring out a little bit more. So if you guys want a platform to commit to and somebody that knows you more on a personal level, just hit us up, man. I did one a couple weeks ago for Tommy Lafayette. I appreciate him and his family, and it was a lot of fun having him announce the decision. Jerome did an outstanding job last year with his. He did a player that ended up being a big time 3-star.
Javier.
What'd you say?
Javier from Lee County.
Yeah, Devin Collier from Lee County. I mean, Jerome did an outstanding job. So again, use us guys, players that are watching. If you want to announce your commitment decision, we are open to it. Like I said, Jerome will create graphic. I'll create a graphic somehow, some way, and we love to announce it. But I'll go ahead and throw it to Bacon.
I definitely will be in attendance. I'll definitely be at Doug. I believe it's August the 10th. Whenever, I'll reach out and make sure it's cool if I can come through. But I definitely want to see where Mr. Gilbert goes, man. I believe it's between UCF, NC State, Georgia Tech, and who knows who else is possibly in that running. But definitely want to see where John Tate goes, man. He's been a big supporter of just us as a whole and individually. So definitely want to show love to the people who show love to us, man. So yeah, definitely will be on the west side, August 10th, man, at Doug.
But none this weekend.
I may tap into the one on the 4th, man. We'll have to see what the fans got going on. Like, man, slow down. It's holidays. But I wouldn't mind going out there to McIntosh. I just up the road, you know what I'm saying, Fayetteville. I'll be there in the blink of an eye. So I do have interest in going to that one, but that's all.
You got the same talk I got. Sound like
facts. Man, go, you always ripping and running, man. You put these miles on your car to wear and tear. Yeah, look. You know what I'm saying?
But we just got bigger goals, man. You know what I'm saying? Stuff we're trying to get to, and that's the way.
100%.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So it was another big commitment. Obviously, we talked about where the fellas is headed. So I think the final topic for Hitting the Grid is going to be Corey Sims. He committed to USC. Me and Bacon have seen him a couple times. We've seen him at the UA Nashville camp. We've seen him last year at the Hoover Hustle Up. So we've seen him quite a few times. But I'm going to throw this one. I'm going to let Bacon lead this one. His thoughts on him going to USC.
Yeah, man, I was shocked. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised when any recruit commits to USC for obvious reasons. Going out to Cali, just a couple miles from Hollywood. That close to so many stars. You got Snoop out there. A lot of LA stars have moved to Texas. You still have a lot of celebrities in LA, but just when you're that close. When you're a caliber athlete, man, it could be a little pitch for USC, man. Not paid, of course, not sponsored by USC in any way. Just a childhood dream of wanting to go to USC, man. When you're a high caliber athlete, when you go to a place like USC, around so many stars, around the history, man, you are this close to being immortalized, not just on the field, but there's so many brand deals out there. You just have to be ready, man. You just have to be ready. You can't go out there and try to get into it. You got to be focused and let that come to you. That's what I'll say to anybody, because it's the stories you hear out there about Cali. They're no joke. You know what I'm saying? You got to be locked in, grounded, and it's a beautiful clip right here by Jerome. Look at the break, man. I get out the break. Elite athlete.
Y'all running was on point.
Yeah, smooth, man. Got a nice frame, big frame. I think he's like 6'4". He's got the personality for it. You know what I'm saying? He's got the locks, man. He'll fit right in, man. Superstar, man. 100%. Although I will say this, I thought he was going to I thought he was going to stay home in the SEC and commit to Mizzou, but obviously the brother's got a big dream. The brother wants to be a superstar one day. He's going to be a superstar regardless, but he wants to be a mega star. Yeah, dig.
Yeah, definitely. No, go ahead, Jerome.
I was gonna say I like the commitment, man. I think that I wasn't surprised with him selecting USC. USC has been doing really well with their receivers as of late, as far as getting in the league and things like that as well. So I'm not really surprised. I think a lot of people are surprised because they're seeing all the decommits that's coming out of USC. But you gotta remember, all those decommits are on the defensive side. And you know, USC been struggling on the defensive side, and I think that's the side that everybody kind of overlooking. Like, you know, that's the part that they need to keep their recruits in. But offensively, I'm not surprised. They got a lot of good talent. They got a lot of good quarterbacks that are actually coming in. You know, Juju's currently committed. We don't know how long that's going to take, or how long it's going to take, or if it's going to take. But he is currently verbally committed. Got plenty of other good quarterbacks are committing to that school. So, you know, I'm not surprised when, you know, the school always producing, you know, a lot of good quarterback talent that, you know, these receivers want to go there. So, you know, shout out to Corey. He got the skill set for it. He actually reminded me of Michael Pittman Jr. actually. So I thought that was pretty cool that he's going to a school that I kind of compared him to. Going to a school, the player that went there.
Who does he remind you of? You cut out.
Michael Pittman Jr. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, the kid's a dog. Obviously, we got a chance to see him, you know, last year for the first time, man. And I mean, he's a stud. You know how he moves and, you know, how he catches the ball, how he high points it. I know he's big in yak yardage. He just does everything well on the field. So, I mean, he's going to a good program. I thought it was probably going to be between USC and obviously Missouri. But I thought, you know, you can't go wrong with USC. Again, a lot of decommitments, but, you know, if Juju does stay, he has a primetime receiver get the ball to. Still got Malachi Nelson as well. So at the wide receiver spot, USC is doing well. That and quarterback. If we're being
Trafford.
What's up?
Malachi Nelson Trafford, bro.
Where you transfer to?
Boise State.
That's the quarterback?
Yeah.
Who was the receiver? They got a receiver.
Not tomorrow. Ray Rice, son, are you?
Nah, bro, not Brendan Ranch, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta.
Do you think, brother? While he's pulling that up, man, we gotta show some love to the Wolves, man. Commit to Ran U.
We are.
Okay, that's what it is. I got it. All right, so Zachariah Branch, outstanding freshman receiver. So obviously he'll get to join that with them. You know, if obviously he intends to join. You know, obviously Juju stays. So I just think USC's been doing a great job there. You know, shout out to them. If you can keep the commitment, I mean that's big time. I mean he's really a stud. But sorry. That's the ladies there. But I did want to report some news. Georgia Tech writer for Rivals no longer with them. Actually, I'll share my screen real quick. I seen this when Bacon was talking, so I thought I would share. Definitely one of the big writers. I don't know what's next for him, but this is obviously big because, you know, we cover the Yellow Jackets. But as you guys can see right here, this is Russell Johnson. That's him right there. Obviously,
yes.
As well. But the latest, he says, I've decided to step away from my role with Rivals. This wasn't an easy decision. I've loved every minute of my time in the industry, from Akron to Oxford, then back to Akron and down to Atlanta. The journey has been a blessing. Thank you. Excited for what's next. Here he says, today was the last day for Jackets Online. It's a transition to a new role outside of the industry. I want to thank Mike Singer for taking an interest in my work back when I was writing for countless different SB Nation sites. A thank you to the entire Hustle Belt community for taking a chance on me, even when it took me a week to write my first story after interviewing Darius Bradwell. I can't forget Joey Weaver from the Rumble seat and Christian Andrea from Anchor of Gold. Without them, there is no me. A thank you to Kelly Quillen, the Rebel Grove staff, Sean Williams, and so many others. Being able to call, watching football, traveling to camps, and talking to sources work was a dream come true this last decade. I didn't even know he was writing for a decade. That's a long time. To every recruit that trusted me enough to tell the story, break their commitments, or even to share their why, I want to take a moment to say thank you. The relationships I've built with thousands of recruits, parents, coaches, etc., each played a role in getting to where I did in this business. The time has come, though. There's new dreams to catch. My daughters are growing up faster than ever before, and I'm just ready to be a dad. Yep. I'm ready to be able not to miss any more Sundays at church. Last, but certainly not least, I'm ready to be a better husband to my wife, who has sacrificed a ton since I first started doing this as a hobby nearly a decade ago. So to everyone I've impacted, for better or worse, these last 10 years, thank you. So
that's a good man.
Yes, sir. I thought that was big news this year, obviously for me and Big, because we covered the Yellow Jackets. So, that's big. Obviously, there's not a lot of writers that do cover them. I mean, you can go to like On3, 247 obviously has a site. And Rivals has a site as well, but there's not, like, when you go to games, there's not a lot of, obviously media there. There is media covering, Yellow Jackets, but it's not as rampant as you see maybe Georgia or Ohio State or Florida State. So I thought that was big. Obviously, we'll still have Kelly, who does a great job as well, but I think that's huge, especially what he's meant to the industry. And I remember talking to him early on last year and getting to know him. So congrats to him. I hope it all works out, but definitely sad to see him go.
Yeah, man. Congrats to him, bro. Like, I got to meet him with Luke. Great guy, man. Every time I see him, he always look like he's happy and ready to go, man. And, I respect the crap out of, going to do family thing, man. I really do. So shout out to him. I'm going to have to hit him up because I didn't. Was that just posted?
2 hours ago.
Yeah, I missed that. Okay, definitely. So I'm going to hit him up. I think it's funny that Darius Bradford, we both, like, one of my first interviews as well. So I think that was pretty fun, pretty cool that kind of aligned together. But yeah, man, he, good guy, man, and definitely, shout out to him. Good luck with him for everything he does, for sure.
100%, man. That definitely resonated to me when you said it took a week to write your first article, man. I remember the first time I wrote my first article for a publication. I'm like, man, I don't want to sound like a fool. I got to make sure this sounds the right way. He was like, okay, it just takes time, man, when you're writing and putting your thoughts down, transitioning from just a wannabe to a doer, man. It's it could be a process. So that definitely resonated with me. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's a good man. You know what I'm saying? He talked about everything, personal things, going through the business of gaining sources. So man, wish him well, wish him the best on his next chapter in his life, man.
Certainly, man. So I want to share that big news, but that is going to conclude Hitting the Grid. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Bacon for the 3-man week.
That's all the football news?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
I got two, right? I'm going to actually steal one from Bacon because he said something in the chat that was really interesting. I'm going to steal it from you. But shout out to Julius Julius Hawley, Georgia guy, committed to Michigan. So, hey, let's get it there. Go blue. And also, I thought this was really cool. Ty Hawkins is committing to IMG Academy. Now, I think that's very fascinating because they got a really good freshman right now. His name is Jaden Wade. So that's going to be interesting. Now, Jaden Wade is a freshman. He just comes in very young, but he looks the part. And I know a lot of people are talking really highly of him. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. Now, I know that, IMG Academy had 2 different types of teams as well. So I'm sure both of them will have a chance to play. They have, the red team, which is the local team, and then a national team. So I'm sure both of them will play in some type of capacity. Even if, they do play on the actual same team, I'm sure they both will play. But that's very fascinating to see, Ty Hawkins committed to IMG Academy, when they're really high on the freshman quarterback, Jaden Wade. So, I think it's cool though. I think it's cool for him to, help himself get a little bit more exposure. So, what do you guys think of it?
Don't share this right now. I thought I was not right now, G. We put it up after we talk about this. I was I surprised? I mean, I don't really know about that his situation. Like I know you do, Jerome. I know you've been covering Raw Miami for some time, so you may have had a little more insight than I did. I was just you know what I'm saying, ecstatic. You know what I'm saying, because I know what type of program IMG is. I know what type of caliber quarterback he is. I was like, this is tough.
Yeah, it was unexpected for myself. Cover him, like you said, cover him a little bit, being around Raw Miami a little bit, a lot more this off season. But cool guy, man. Always stays high. Very respectful kid. Pretty quiet. But he's pretty good, man. Obviously TCU got some lost in right now. I think it doesn't seem like he wants to decommit from there. So, I think they got a good one though. I think they got a quality player there. I think IMG has a player there as well. I'm very curious to see who actually wins that starting battle. So, you just got a pretty good quarterback that came in, but then you got also a freshman. He can technically wait because he is a freshman. He can technically wait. But do you want to risk him transferring, when he has so much upside as well? So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
100%, man. And next up on the what's the segment called again, Nash? What's the name? Sorry, bro. What's the name of this segment again? It's Hitting the Grid. The last thing on Hitting the Grid. I apologize, brother. I really like the name. It's Camden. The powder blue Camden Tigers, man. You can share the screen now, Jay. This is the team, man. They had a little OTA action in the gym. You know what I'm saying? We could tap in. Let me turn on the sound effects. Well, you can't beat that down Georgia football, man. I condone. I mean, I know coaches they got the pads on, so you go bounce off, but this closed space, you know what I'm saying, running this high octane in the close quarters is a little nerve wracking, brother. But nonetheless, I respect the creativity, and you gotta do what you gotta do. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on this little OTA action in the gym.
How hot was it? Because I know y'all be practicing some hot heat, and when I first came down here, and I'm like, man, they practice this is hot, so it has to be like scorching hot for them to be in the gym. Because I know you guys out here in Georgia, y'all playing all types of heat type of weather.
You get hot down there, South Georgia.
I know there's no rules and stuff like that that's in place for that, so I know that is a thing. But I'm just curious how hot it actually was outside the heat index.
Gee, I don't know, bro. I don't know, brother. But I do know it be hot in Noonan, bro. So Savannah is closer to the equator, brother. So I got some family down there. I'm gonna be down there probably for the family reunion in the beginning of August. And when it's like a drier heat down there, man. It's humid too. If you ain't got no water, no fluids around, you will be laid out.
I never been in Savannah yet, but I have been in Florida, and Florida heat is no joke. Especially at OC7, I'm like, how these kids are playing right now because it was hot. So.
Facts. You got anything, Naj? All right, that's a bet, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've all come for. This is the best basketball segment known to man, woman, child, and animal. If you're watching the show with your pet today, but this is the 3-man weave. I kid you not. 1, 2, 3, uno, dos, tres. First up on the Legends Day, man, we might as well talk about this this recent addition to the was it U17, U18 Team USA team. Cooper Flag has been added to the team. And fellas, we've been talking about it on the show now for a while. We believe that Ace Bailey is a true number one overall player in the class of 2025, class 2024, excuse me. So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that starting out the show. Not all at once.
No, I was looking for the announcement. But yeah, man, that's dope. That Cooper Flag. I don't know too much about him. I know you guys do, but I hear a lot about him from you guys. It seems like a really good player. Seen a couple of highlights of him, nothing crazy, but shout out to him for making a team for sure. That's dope.
Yeah, that's big for him. Obviously he's one of the best players, obviously in the country. So big for him making Team USA. I think I seen Ace was probably practicing. I don't know if it was with the US 17 team, but I know he's been in and out of camps with Team USA. It's big for Flag. Obviously, he's taking on his new role and with Duke and things like that. So just good for him to get the exposure. Obviously, he already has a lot, but just going up against some top talent across, internationally and things like that. But Cooper is advertisement. I mean, he's a dude. We just feel more strongly about Ace and what he can bring to the table, his versatility, guard multiple positions, being able to dribble like he's a guard. But no, I think that's big for him. And we talked about the 17U in the first and foremost and what they've been doing. So, I mean, just to have that influx of talent here in the States is big. It is now having it be developed enough. So where, draft day comes, we getting a lot of talent coming from the States. Obviously it's great to see the influx of international talent, but it's also good to see when America and the game here is meeting that of international. You just don't want it to be a big drop off compared to what is over there. And in some ways it is with AAU basketball and, sometimes it being all about me. So, hopefully it continues to move in the right direction because the talent level is here. You can't dispute that there's not talent here. There's definitely talent here. It's just making sure it's developed enough to be able to make an impact and a difference when it comes to making a league.
Question for the both of y'all. Do y'all think that they decided to go with Coop over Ace because he may flow better in an offensive system? I think it's no question Ace is a scorer, man. I mean, he does a lot more, but you know what I'm saying? I think Coop may flow better in the offense, just playing more off ball, you know what I'm saying? Do more hustle plays, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I think that something part of Ace's game that I think he can play off the ball too. Like he don't need a lot of dribbles. It reminds you almost like a KD. Just don't need a lot to be able to get going, like one or two, and then he gets to his spots. He doesn't take a long time to get to where he needs to go or to get a shot off. So yeah, I think that I think has a little bit to do with how big Cooper is as well. Not saying Ace isn't as big as him, but I think they feel more comfortable with, like you just said, the hustle plays. Like not saying that Ace doesn't do that, but that Cooper's going to get you the rebounds, you're going to get the offensive putbacks and things like that. It compares more as a front court type player as compared to Ace. He's a wing. And when you look at Team USA, they have so many wings. So I think that might be some of the difference, as you said, compared to having another front court player that what he's going to give you.
100%, man. Now we're going to move on to the NBA draft. LeBron James Jr. was taken with the 55th pick to the Los Angeles Lakers. Through some savvy work of Rich Paul, they took some time. They said we're not gonna sign him to a two-way contract. Two-way contract means two-way contract to the NBA and the G League. He's gonna start the season officially with the big league club with the Lakers alongside his pops. So I just want to get you guys' reaction on not only him being drafted to the Lakers, which I think we all knew was coming, but just the type of contract that he's received. I think he's probably one of the few, if not the only, who
guaranteed multi-year.
Guaranteed multi-year, yeah. So what's your thoughts on that, fellas?
Obviously I think a lot of people are going to throw the nepotism card, in there. But when you look at it, like LeBron's earned it. You know what I'm saying? What he's done with the league, and he's one of the greatest all time. And my stance to that, the people that says that, it's rampant everywhere. What industry do you not see nepotism? You see it in Fortune 500 companies. You see it in sports companies. You see it in CEOs, execs. Any industry you look at, there's going to be that. Whether it's a relative helping out a relative get in, whatever you see is going to be that. So you're going to have those people say that. But, I like it. Obviously, Bronny's been dealing with this pressure ever since he was a kid. And I really don't have an issue with it. I think it's going to be great to see them two play together. LeBron's talked about, hinted at it ever since, I think 3-4 years ago when his son was obviously in high school. So I hope he achieves great things. I hope that he's able to become, a great player in the NBA, a solid starter, maybe even a star. We'll see what happens. But I just don't have an issue with it. I think, it's great. And for us being African American, we don't see things like this all the time. The only other example we have is Ken Griffey Jr. in baseball and him playing with his son. That's the only other example. So you don't see this a lot in history. And I think LeBron just used a little bit of his power and his influence and was able to get it done. But to be honest, I don't have an issue with it. We see it all the time. It's just a different skin color that's able to take advantage. And I don't have an issue with it.
Very true. Jerome?
This has been a hot topic with me and Marcus this week. It's been fun. It's been fun though. Actually, me, LaMarcus, and Jeremy. Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy got some hot takes, man. I'm not gonna put it for him. But he got some hot takes. But I will say this. I think it's unfair for people to slander a kid for something he has no control over. So I think that I'll say that number one. Number two, I think Ryan Clark said it really well and kind of persuaded me to thinking how, like he said it. He said this is not nepotism, because nepotism is when a family member brings somebody on and only brings them on because of the name or them being their son. You get what I'm saying? This had something to do with LeBron, but LeBron's not the one with the keys in the hand. He's not the owner. He's not the one giving his son the contract. He's not the one that drafted his son. It's the team and the organization. So it's not really nepotism. He put his son on, and I hope you guys really listen to Ryan Clark's explanation, because I'm probably butchering it. But it's not really nepotism. If you really think about it in a sense, since the definition of nepotism is, allowing, somebody to have a position under your own power, basically. It wasn't, LeBron had an influence on it, but he didn't sign his son. The Lakers signed Brian. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of it. I will say, people were throwing me some stats and stuff like that, and I thought it was a little crazy. I never, and I'm not saying this I'm not hating on him or anything like that. Do hope that he does very well. I never wish bad on anybody's career. I hope they always play well, things like that. Those stats are crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Those stats are crazy. But hopefully, Brian quiets the naysayers. I think this is a good way for him to really have that chip on his shoulder, and I just hope that the Lakers don't really rush him. I get it's gonna be a big name. Everybody's gonna be looking at it, but they already put him on an official roster. He's not gonna have a two-way. So with that being said, I hope they don't just be like you're in starting lineup or you're a sixth man. Like I hope they really allow him to grow and really get in there. I know his father's there. His father's not gonna be there that long. I think that actually didn't. He opted out his contract and he's waiting for another one. So maybe it was a good tactic by the Lakers to draft his son to make sure they keep LeBron. Maybe they had that in mind. I hope that's not the case. I hope they really like Bronny and think that he's a good athlete. But what is going on, Naj?
My computer. It went down, bro.
Anyway, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Though I was pretty much ready for it. So.
100%. Nah, I think whether it's nepotism or not, man, I just it's about damn time. Like LeBron said, bro. Just to see, your hand up. I think there's gonna be a lot more of that going on as time goes on. Just seeing each other in different places, like, man, you need a job. Not like over thing, but like, you've earned it, or I got this position where I can do this, and I think you'll be a great fit. So I think I agree with you guys, man. I don't think it's nepotism or whatever you want to call it at all. I just think, I think it just comes down to a father, having a son and doing what any other father would do that's has a son that's been working hard in the craft. Here you go, son. I've worked hard to get here, and I'm gonna give you the keys when it's my time to step back. You can drive this car a couple miles per hour faster. But nonetheless, Bronny James met with media not today, if yesterday, and he is chosen the number 9. Some people think the number 9 came from LeBron's football days when he was playing high school
Juice
football.
WRLD.
Juice WRLD, yes. He credited number 9 to Juice WRLD. Said his music, his lyrics have helped him get through a lot coming up. So he's wearing the number 9 and to pay homage to Juice WRLD. So shout out to the young man for that. And that's a beautiful thing when culture and sports collide. That's what this platform is about, and that's what we'd like to highlight. Moving on to the next basketball topic. We're going to talk about the home of Wallow and Gilly, Philly. Paul George has signed.
Oh, I was like, what? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
You good. He signed a contract with the Philadelphia 76ers to team up with the likes of Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. I think it's a great move. The only thing for me with Paul George, can he stay healthy? This team with Joel Embiid, Joel's been pretty healthy lately, but he has had a stretch where he's been in and out of the lineups with Ken Paul George and Joel Embiid. I know Jerome was dying to say something, so I'll pass it to him.
The disrespect that you could say the home of Gilly before you say the home of your own podcast league. Come on, man.
Hey, Gilly the King. That's his name for a reason. He the king of Philly right now. But I'm sorry, John.
But
you from Jersey. You from Jersey.
I'm from Philly too. I live in Philly as well,
from Jersey. Dirty Jersey.
Right around the bridge. I lived there for 3 years.
Yeah. Right
across the bridge.
Side Jerome.
Baby, come on.
Home of Jerome Jones. King of Jerome.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, man. Paul George is one of my favorite players, man. So really excited to see him go to Philly. Like you said, I hope the injury things, but it's definitely a better option than Tobias. I'm gonna say it. I mean, I never understood giving Tobias a max contract like they did. I never understood that when they did that. Choosing him over, him and Ben Simmons, who both of them not on the team. Then choosing them over Jimmy Butler was criminal. So I hope they right in the wrongs. We'll see how it goes. Getting some of these bigger veterans haven't been working out lately. We just had James Harden on the team as well. Didn't really work out. So I think this might fit a little bit better.
I thought James was still on the team.
James Harden, no. He's on
Clippers.
Clippers. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah. So I want, I think the fit is a little bit better for the team, especially now that we got Tyrese Maxey, who really emerged. Really want to see him do really well and with us as well. So we'll definitely see. Ray Roberts, what's up, Ray? Thank you for being on. He said 10 men has more heart than Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Ray. Yeah, guys, don't know Ray. My college football podcast mate will be on tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in for sure. That's my guy right there. Appreciate you. But
that's great.
He's a Sixers fan as well.
Nah,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They got over 600 plus million in this big three now. They just gave Tyrese Maxey over 200 million. They gave Paul George 4 years, 212. So they better get it right. I'm going ahead and be 100 with y'all. If not, it's over. Like this is Embiid's prime. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he's been hurt a lot of his prime. He does have an MVP award, which is good, but like, bro, this move did help propel them into like one of the top contenders outside of Boston to help contend with them. Them and the Knicks is the one I would put as a top, 3. if I had to say, in the East right now with free agency and all that and draft. But yeah, they had better get it right. You dealt out a lot of money to get Paul George, so it better work out. But the problem is, is it going to be doubtful, out, improbable all the time, or can they actually sustain and stay healthy? That's the biggest question, because we know they're talented. We know what Paul George can offer you at 34 years old. He's a two-way wing. He doesn't need the ball in his hands. His catch and shoot percentage is one of the highest in the league at nearly 40%. So things like that definitely help you out. So it's just going to be, can they stay healthy? But this is a good move by the Sixers. But again, they got so much tied up. This could be a make or break, for them. And I don't think he's a rising star, Roberts. I think he already is a star for Tyrese Maxey. And the crazy part for him and the scary part is he hasn't even reached the ceiling yet. He's only 23. Still has so much room to grow. And he doesn't need to play on the ball. Like he just gets it. He just knows what to do. He knows how to let the game come to him. And that's what makes him special. So yeah, for Philly, you did do a good job about raising your stake, raising your odds to win the championship, but this has to work. If this doesn't work, you don't win a ring. Like, I don't know how many more cracks at the apple you got, because you try to do it with Ben Simmons. You let Jimmy walk and kept Tobias Harris, who just signed a 2-year deal, $52 million with obviously the Pistons. This has to work. That's the thing. Yeah, he's 6'2", but if you got to think about this like this, Roberts, he's 6'2", but he's a point guard. You don't need him to be that tall. You know what I'm saying? Go look at, Steph. Steph's 6'3". That's an inch taller. Go look at, Trae Young. He's a viable point
killer
guard.
too, though.
Go look at Chris Paul. Like, 6'2" is good. Unless he's playing shooting guard, 6'2" would be just fine. I know it's unicorns coming into the league now that are 6'10" and 6'11" and all that.
7'3".
But trust me, it's 6'2", he's fine. Like, long as he can defend and he buys in, which that kid will, Philly just be fine. They just got to stay healthy.
100%. I if they are healthy, can they upset Boston?
Only reason I say yes, who the hell is going to guard Embiid if he's healthy?
That's true, but
I'm sorry, Boston doesn't have anybody to contend with that. And if they double and trap, they could throw it out to Paul George. We just talked about his catch and shoot percentage.
Yeah.
And then you got Tyrese Maxey, who can play off the ball, can shoot floaters, mid ranges, could get to the cup, or he can dish out.
That's very true. He definitely. Boston is very deep though, man. I'll say one of the quickest players in the league. 100%. I know what I'm saying. This is talk what we're talking about.
And no disrespect to Boston, Boston's gonna have a lot of expectations on them too. You know why? They have nearly $1 billion set and they start in 5. Just all the contracts. Drew Holiday, Derek White getting his bag.
Al.
Jason Tatum just getting it. Yeah, Jason Tatum just getting the bag with $315+ million. And you pay $300 million to just Jaylen Brown. So good thing is they already got a ring. But they're gonna start saying in a couple of years if they don't got 2 or 3 or multiple. Oh, well, is this a disappointment? You put $1 billion in, and the team is up for sale. There's a lot going on in Boston.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
It's way too man week, ladies and gentlemen.
The Celtics season reminds me of the Rams when they had, they got all those big name guys with the big contracts and things like that, trade away all their, the draft pick to, buy all in on that draft. And literally the next year, it was a huge fall. Now, I'm not saying they're going to have the same fall off, but it just reminds me of like that where you kind of go all in on a championship season, and then you start having problems afterwards because you say contracts and this and that. So it's interesting.
I'm a rebuttal real quick. I know we're going to go to our next topic. You know who Boston reminds me of for NFL? Don't even remind me of the Rams, because you're right, though. The Rams went all in and messed up. If a team you might compare to the Rams, it might be Philly. But a team that I would compare Boston to that ended up winning and got back, I'm going to go to Bengals. Only reason I said that is because Cincinnati got in when they were all young, right? Y'all remember this. It's comparable to the Celtics. Celtics were young in 2022, right? They get to the championship game. You know what I'm saying? They end up losing to Golden State.
That's a good point, Roberts.
Bengals end up getting to the championship game. They lost to the Rams. Then a couple years later, the Bengals have been in for a while. A couple years later, they get back, having the experience, having the growth, having their players take it to another level, and they win it all, undoubtedly. To me, that's what the Celtics kind of compare, themselves to, if I had to do an NFL example. But I like your example to the Rams. If I had to say that, I would say Philly, because Philly just went all in, and that has to work. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I say that instead of the Rams, Jerome, is because They got all their players locked up for 4 to 5 years. The Rams didn't. Remember, Odell 1-year deal. All he had was Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. Yeah, they didn't have everybody locked up. Von Miller not locked up. Difference.
That's true.
My opinion.
No, that was good. That was good rebuttal.
I want to shout out Mr. Roberts, man. He brought up a good point about Al, man. A lot of people sleep on Al, man. Al is a pretty good. He is, bro. Al Horford is I go on record. I'm on record. Al Horford is a solid defender in the low post and in perimeter.
Enough.
100%.
I ain't saying he not solid defender. Y'all think he gonna give Embiid a problem? Just stop it, bro. Hush, bro. No.
Oh, he's Dominican.
He'll put. I understand that.
You about to say 40?
Entiendo eso, 40? Okay? Entiendo eso. I understand that he's Dominican. Okay, that doesn't mean he's stop Embiid. He's the MVP candidate. Nobody on the planet is stopping Embiid when he's healthy. Stop. He cooked him in the playoffs. Y'all not remember? Like, no.
But Al is an experienced low post defender. We're not gonna say that Al's gonna get. He can get some stops. It's a big moment.
I'm saying he's good. He's not stopping Embiid though.
Not gonna stop. What are we talking about? Can you slow him down? That's what we're getting at.
There is no slowing down. No. When Embiid is fully healthy and don't have no injuries, there's no slowing him down. I don't care who you throw out there. I don't care. You could throw Wemby. You could throw Gobert. You could throw Cat, whoever. They're not stopping him.
I like Bam.
Respectfully. He still will go off for 20 and 15 against Horford. No.
20 and 15 is a win if that's all he gives in a playoff game. We need for real, bro. Joel has got to go for the 30, bro. If Al called the 20, good job, Al Horford.
Enough.
But
like I can't let that slide, but no, but
I like Al, bro. But we're gonna transition. Huh? What'd you say, Jerome?
Al didn't retire?
Sorry, one more time, brother.
Al Horford, he didn't retire?
No, he just got that bag, bro. He part of that $1 billion club in Boston. They got a whole suite named after them. This is just jokes. We're gonna transition into Klay Thompson. We didn't have this on the list, but Klay Thompson signed his deal and he's gonna be going to Dallas.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, we do need to talk about that.
I like another elite catch and shooter like Paul.
Go ahead, Roman. You start this one.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That was part of my gay question of the week.
Okay, go ahead and present it. Go ahead. Ask your question.
So, like you said, Klay Thompson now asked, how much do this pitch to match top? You know, they had a really good squad last year. And I got, Klay, they got Kyrie, they got why am I blanking on his name?
Kyrie, Luka,
yeah.
Eric Lively, Daniel Gafford.
Yes. So how much do this pitch the math over the hump now to compete with a Celtics this time? Do you think it's going to help them even more, or it's kind of not really?
It doesn't move the needle.
Hold on, bro. This moves the needle now.
No, it doesn't. You talking?
Yes, it does.
When I'm saying move a needle, I'm saying win a championship. That's my connotation. That's what I put the definition on. Move the needle. Does he help them? Yes. There's a difference between help and move the needle.
If they have Klay against
move the needle is like what? Okay, I'll give you an example. Move the needle is what KD did for Golden State. They were already great, yes, but he made them like there's nothing you can do. It's over. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say move the needle. He does not do that for Dallas. Okay, he helps them, yes, but they still got other question marks. Is what I'm saying. 100%. He's not that piece that that's a championship. No, he's not. Now let me ask you: do you think he's that piece that wins them a championship?
Last year, possibly.
I'm gonna say no. No. Respectfully, no.
Respectfully, no. I tend to lean to the fact that he doesn't move the needle to get them a championship. It helps them, but they're gonna need probably one more piece.
Yeah.
Another. What do they need though?
Steph.
She said they need someone to guard Steph.
No, they need more bench depth.
Yes, they need more
bench depth. They need a couple scores off the bench to kind of relieve Luka and the Kyrie. Can he help them for sure? Because, like I said, one thing he will help them with making is when Luka's double or when Kyrie, you got to catch a shoot guy off the rip, corner pocket. up top of the key
Anywhere.
that can launch and hit at an efficient rate. You know what I'm saying? So he does help that. But the other pieces is having a strong defender. Clay's not the defender he used to be. Now, if we're talking about old Clay that used to drop 37 in the quarter, right? 60 plus in the game, 14-3. Yes,
dribbles.
I would say that moves the needle. 11 dribbles in a 60-point game. Okay, I would say yes, but Clay not the same player. That's why I say it doesn't move the needle for them to win the chip. Now, you're talking about old Clay for sure. Now, no. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Roberts here. Better team defense. They do. That's been one of their kind of downfalls a little bit, especially in the finals. Team defense was not good. I don't know if Clay will he buy in for sure. Does that help you defensively like how it used to be? I don't know. Probably not so much.
Gotcha. I do have a follow-up question, but I want to read off what Ray said here. He said, I'm a fan of seeing him play tough against Embiid and saying when Embiid is healthy and irrelevant after the first two seasons, he's almost never healthy when the playoffs start.
He did go crazy this playoff run though.
Yeah.
Even with one leg.
Yeah. All right. My follow-up question is, oh man, we got 200 people in here. That's crazy. That's the highest we ever had. So thanks for all our viewers first of all. Thank you all our viewers for sure. And again, put your comments in the comment section if you want to say anything like Ray did as well. But
man weave, bro.
Yes, sir. Quick question. Quick follow-up question on that. Because now I forgot my question. I think that number I got finished.
You good, bro.
As far as Clay being on the team, what was my question?
Was something about the Lakers? Was it better to go to the Lakers?
It was still on Clay. It was something I just said, and I wanted to do one quick follow-up question on that. That's what it was. So a lot of people were saying that Clay, and it could have been just the organization, obviously, but saying that Clay wanted to be the number one guy. He wanted to be the guy, you know? Wound up going to the Mavericks, and he's not going to be the guy now. Do you think that was a mistake on his part for not trying to be one of the guys? Because, you know, I think for years, people thought that he could have been the guy on a team.
Who said that?
On what team?
Any team. Like, they thought, like,
no basketball something like that.
It was really good, but he's always overshadowed on, you know, the Warriors.
Maybe the KD Warriors.
No.
When Steph and Clay with Draymond when the original, I can't remember the name of that team.
And it's not a question just from me because I've heard other people say it's like this is not me just asking the question. It's something that I heard on the internet late, like you know, as he becoming a free agent, and it's like this gives Clay a chance to be the guy now.
He's always going to be one
be the guy on the Mavericks. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying because now he chose the Mavericks, he's not going to be able to be the guy that apparently that he was claiming to one of the biggest.
I think what it is, Jay, is that Clay felt disrespected by the Warriors, right? They paid him that 4-year, $140 million, and he felt like he didn't get his just due from them. They offered him 2 years, $48 million, which was $24 million, which he technically took a pay cut, bro. He took 3 years, $50 million, $16 million, about $17 million per year. But I guess he wanted more of a bag from Golden State since, you know, Jordan Poole got a bag and Draymond Green got a bag. And, you know, he even told Steph, don't exert your influence. Like, I want them to pay me because they want to. And the issue is the reason he didn't get the money he was looking for, Jay, and the reason I think he left is because he was hurt. You tore your Achilles and then you tore your ACL, which they still paid you the money they owed you. They never exempted anything. But after that, and then think about this, Jay, 2022, obviously Andrew Wiggins was a factor. Jordan Poole was a factor. Who really won them that series against Boston? That was Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? He won them that series. Let's be for real. You know, Clay was in there. Clay had one good game. So it's like, I get what he's saying, pay me my worth, but it's like they got to remember too and pay what you owe, and I agree. But it's also we live in industries where so what have you done for me lately? And for Clay, it wasn't up to the standard, I would say. So that's why I think they didn't give him as much as maybe he wanted. And sometimes you got to take that sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, and take a little bit less. And you know, he soaked on the sideline and things like that. And I think a lot of it had to do with him getting benched this year for a rookie, Brandon Pajemski. But it's like, bro, like if I'm Steve Kerr, I gotta make sure my team's in a position to win. Now, obviously, I understand with Draymond Green and all the antics and things that he did. I'm not absolving him. That wasn't right. But it's like Clay was always supposed to be the number 2 option. And it's like, they got those resources from other players. Like I said, Andrew Wiggins and Poole stepping up. And he never got back to that form, which I understand those are 2 catastrophic injuries. But I think, like you said, it goes back to your point, Jay, in the question you asked. I think he wants to go to another team to show that he's still that guy, that he can still perform at a high level. And he feels like maybe with Golden State, he won't be able to perform at that level, and that he feels a little disrespected.
100%. I don't think we'll see Clay come back to, what he was in Golden State. I hope he can come back. Overall field goal, if he can shoot 45% from the field and still hold 39, 40% from 3, I think Clay will make his point. But I don't think I think Golden State did right. It's a business at the end of the day. Like you said, it's what you've done for me lately. Missing those 2 years after us give you the purse that you sought out. It's just bad business. So let's hope for good and better fortune for his time in Dallas. Is there another question, Jerome? I like that. That might be a new hot segment right there, brother.
I'm good.
But next up, let's see. Let me refer to my notes real quick. Really, our group chat. So Darius Acuff, 5-star, has come down to his 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Final 4. Arkansas, UConn, Kansas, Michigan. He's from the Michigan area. Kansas has been after him hard. We know what UConn just did last year, and we know about the new Big Blue in Arkansas. So where do you think Darius Acuff, one of the top premier scorers in the 2025 class, will end up?
Probably Arkansas, bro.
Probably think so?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he gets to score. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Rod Dillingham a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Prolific scorer, get any spot on the floor. He got a coach that can probably extract, get the most out of him and showcase it on the court. And why not go to a coach that, like I said, rarely produces NBA talent? Again, the problem with Calipari hasn't been what he can produce on the next level. It's been him winning, like having such, great talent. We talked about it in other podcasts, and him being able to get them back to that promise, that Final Four, that Elite Eight, that championship game. So, I mean, I think it's probably a heads race between probably Arkansas.
Yeah. Arkansas, Kansas. Of course, I'd like to see him come to Arkansas, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see what the young man. I mean, Michigan has kind of died off, so probably not Michigan. But what you think, Jay?
I would say Arkansas as well, man. Coach K is gonna have some influence over there now. He's gonna have some big recruits coming in. I think this is the start of it, man. Obviously you got some guys that transferred from Kentucky already. Me and Mark were just talking about one thing I was saying. Kid from Camden, New Jersey.
New Jersey. You talking about Wagner?
Well, yeah. Got him over there right now. A couple other guys. So I think this is probably going to be the start of this improvement that's going to be for Arkansas. I think it's a good spot, man.
100%. And transitioning on, the latest in the W. Let's see what we got, man. Not really any too crazy big headlines this week. Let's see. The Lynx win the Commissioner's Cup. Not a surprise there. Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark lead after first returns of fan. Okay, Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark are the two. They had the two most votes in the WNBA All-Star battle. Not a surprise there. The power rankings. The Liberty still hold the number 1 spot. UConn follow. The Lynx are in 3rd place. Seattle, Vegas, Phoenix. Yeah, are we surprised to see the Vegas kind of have not really a fall back year, but not be top 3?
Robert, check. There you go. Thank you, sir. Real quick before I talk about that, they are trending in the right way, but the WNBA All-Stars have been selected. And obviously, this is the first time since 2024 that two rookies are all-stars in the same season, Andrew Reese and Caitlin Clark. No surprise there. But that is a major headline. I know it wasn't a week of them. And also tonight, had some major games, and Angel Reese just set the WNBA record for most double-doubles consecutively with 11. So that is major headlines as well. I am going to answer your question, Bacon, but I did want to kind of bring that up as an aside.
Very fine, sir. Very fine.
What's your reaction?
Man, not surprised, man. These two young ladies are the cream of the crop when it comes to not just women's athletes, but just basketball athletes. Period. One's a superior sharpshooter. The others are really a stretch three. I would say stretch three, stretch four. Can handle the ball a little bit, can shoot the ball. Is as good of a rebounder in the W as anybody. I think she had a lot of double doubles in college as well. So this is not surprising, man. Of course, there's two stars that have a lot of star power. I was talking to one of our constituents in the journalism industry last night. I said, man, you got to connect on a dream, man. I'm trying to get in this game to see Andrew Reese, which should come to town. Like, man, they ain't even letting the brother in, so I don't know what I can do for you. But best thing I can do for you is give you my contact, and let you email them. But yeah, people are dying to see Andrew Reese and Caitlin Clark, so this is not a surprise. They got my vote.
No doubt about it. And then just as a side to your question, definitely has been a down year. We talked about it a couple podcasts ago on the Aces, but they have rattled off 4 consecutive wins, Bacon. So they trended, they trended in the right category, winning 4 straight. I think they are back up on the WNBA standings as well. So I think it's a lot to take. It's a long season, but to win 4 straight, that has put them in the 5 spot right now. So yeah. I think if they can continue to kind of build on that momentum and do their thing, I think they're in a good spot. Obviously, it's tough, big. When you win 2 straight, you're going to get everybody's best shot that next season. So they're looking to do a 3-peat. And you're going to have struggles within the season. The same is going to probably happen for the Chiefs this year as they try to go for their 3-peat. They're probably going to have some struggles, you know what I'm saying? But it's just how do you rebound from it? It's a lot of good teams. The competition is caught up, right? The Connecticut Sun and what they're doing this year, right? They had 2 straight losses, but getting back up. Liberty looked really good after last year getting so close and losing, and I think it was the semifinals, right? So you got a lot of good teams this year that are coming for that throne. So I wouldn't be so worried. I think they got the best player. They're gonna figure it out.
100%, yeah, I think so too. It could be a little WNBA championship hangover that they're kind of getting through, like you just said. But when it comes down into when things finally mold down and get concrete, they're definitely gonna be in the thick of things. They're definitely gonna be a team, especially if they're lower on the seed totem pole, that teams are not going to want to see in the postseason. But right here is a interview with a young lady. Not talking about Andrew Reese, but a young reporter. You'll see to the right. This is in the dream, not the dream, but not infinite. This is where the Atlanta Dream plays in College Park. So we're gonna tap in and see what's going on.
Like you, the little girls that look up to me, being able to wake up every day and know that little eyes are watching me. I hope one day that you can do what I'm doing. I know you wear my shirt, but just being able to be hands-on with you if you ever need anything, and just being there for you guys and being a good example. Thank you. Like you,
So that was a wholesome interview there. I also want to put out there as context of that interview. It came out, I think we read it last week on the show, that the WNBA came out with a rule that there are 2 players are allowed on each team that they will not be forced to do media engagements or whatever you want to say. So I don't know what the backstory is to this interview, but obviously she was present for the media day. It could just be it was a dream and not any other team that they have been, issues with or whatever. But nonetheless, that was a wholesome moment there by Andrew Reese with a young girl. And that's what I feel like why she's so popular, why she's so light, man. She crosses over and she's a role model for not just girls, for young Black girls. And I feel like that's big. And moments like that is just the reason why her stardom is so high.
Nah, I mean, I think it's a great wholesome moment. Obviously, shout out to her for being able to be attainable in that moment, because sometimes you have athletes like they all have that kind of stardom and fandom, and they're not as I guess you could say as approachable as she was in that moment. So shout out to her, just wanting to give back and pass back. Obviously, sometimes I critique her pretty hard on some stuff, but she seems like she moves in the right way and stuff like that. So she's definitely been doing it the right way. So definitely got to give her a shout out. But real quick, as an aside, I did want to point out a couple things for the W. I was talking about resetting that 11th double double. But some big games, obviously, they're going to play the Dream. That's such a crucial game because the Dream right now sit at the 7th spot, and the Sky sit at the 8th spot. So this is a crucial thing. I think the top 8 teams make it. The Sky can move up if they get a win. I think they have that tiebreaker. They'll move up if they can beat the Dream today. So that's such a crucial game being played on Peachtree Sports Network. So that is huge as well. And then the Fever, they were 7-4 in the month of June. They're playing the Aces tonight in a big time battle between those two teams as well. And Liberty are playing the Lynx right now as well. So I wanted to shout that out. Right now, the standings: Liberty's 1, Sun is 2, Lynx 3, 4 Storm, 5, Aces have won 4 straight, Mercury 6, and then 7 is the Dream and 8 is the Sky. So some big time games tonight.
Most definitely. And nothing else needs to be said. I think I conclude what's happening in the W. And we glossed over this point, which is a big legend. Officially retired from basketball today. Kemba Walker, man, a hoop legend, UConn legend as well, New York native. He's hung up the shoes and may not come out of retirement, but I definitely want to put that out there because we all remember the step back at the Garden. That was during this time at UConn, but definitely want to shout Kemba Walker out, man. Definitely was one of those guys that made me want to start watching college basketball. Prior to him and John Wall, I was strictly NBA, strictly NFL, and a little MLB. But you know what I'm saying, seeing that type of talent display, I was like, yeah, I gotta start watching this. This is where the action, this is where the heat is at. But yeah, that'll conclude the W. And if nothing else needs to be said, that may conclude. Go ahead, brother.
Cardiac Kimba.
Cardiac Kimba. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw that out, man. Never forget that step back legendary shot that ended up propelling a lower seeded UConn to the national tournament, man. So shout out to him. That will forever be going down in history. That moment, that shot will forever be shown as turning time comes around, man. So he's entrenched in history. So shout out to him. A phenomenal career. He was a star for the Charlotte Hornets, played there for years and years, and then went on to Boston. Didn't work out, but he did enough, got that max money. So hopefully he just tries to give back to others and tries to teach the things that he learns and things like that. I'm sure he'll be in it in some form of capacity, because when basketball changes your life that much, it's, you got to give back to others. Real quick, though, before we conclude 3-man weave, I did want to talk about the draft. We talked about it, but it's some couple points I wanted to point out. I told y'all about Castle, got selected number 4 overall. The pairing of him and Wemby is going to be so cool. And I can't wait. Obviously, I think the Spurs did really good with this pick. I don't know why they didn't get Dalton Connect. That didn't make any sense to me. I thought that would have been a great pick there, but I know they wanted to go younger and things like that. But the reason I pointed out is Chris Paul's on that team as well. So when you look at Stephon Castle, and he's already a field general, right? He's already floor general. I'm thinking about football, field general. Floor general on the basketball court. And then he gets to learn from a savant himself, and Chris Paul can learn the in and outs and the IQ and things like that, and get an even greater grasp of the mental side of the game. I think it's great for him in his career that nobody's really talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to propel him even more, the things he can get from him. And obviously, Castle's a great kid. So I love that move for the Spurs. And I think in a couple years, maybe even be next year, he could be a special piece for them and getting back into contention as well. Also wanted to shout out Isaiah Collier, who fell a little bit in this draft, man. Picked at 29. They also drafted Kyle Filipowski. I thought, in my humble opinion, that the Jazz really won this draft. They were one of those sleepers that, look, I give them top 3. No one's going to talk about it now, but in a couple years, you're going to look back and be like, oh, Jazz got Collier. They got Filipowski as top-end players for their kind of rebuild. We'll see what happens with Lauri Markkanen. He's been kind of rumored to the Golden State and Mavericks and some other teams that won him really, really bad. But I thought they did a really good job, and nobody's talking about the job that the Jazz did. A couple more points, and I'll throw the bacon for the Switch Cultures on Dalton Connect. Rob Dillingham with Anthony Edwards. Oh, my goodness. Yo, you talk about nailing the draft. Obviously, the Spurs traded away. I get it. 2031 pick. But bro, I just want y'all to imagine, right? They already got Michael Conley. Again, Dillingham can come in and learn from him. You pair a prolific scorer alongside Anthony Edwards, and sometimes they were missing that. Like when Ant was getting doubled, they needed another guy to come in and kind of pack that scoring punch. They got that now. All you have to do is get a little bit bigger. You already got the speed. Here's your prolific scorer. Gets a little bit bigger, buys it defensively. That tandem right there is going to be special. And think about this. He's going to have the keys to the car once Mike Conley retires. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a guy, a backcourt running mate to go along with Ant. Hey, man, that's going to be very, very special. And an underrated pick is Zach Edey with John Morant and obviously Jaren Jackson Jr. Kind of the replacement for Steven Adams, in my opinion. And, you know, he's always hurt, can never play. Now you got a guy that's 7'4 plus, can defend the rim, rebound at a high level, get those second chance opportunities for Ja and things like that. Going to be outstanding. 2 more notes, and I'll throw it to Bacon. 4 French players taken in the first round of the draft. Made absolute history, man. Never seen before. The French, this is one of the special talents, Victor Wembanyama. We are seeing a French implosion or French inclusion, I guess you could say, in the NBA, man. These guys are different tiers. The development over there is something special, something to behold. Shout out to Tony Parker for being one of the pioneers of the sport and allowing things like this to happen years later and his great play when he was with the Spurs. And then obviously he has a Don't Connect video. I'll let him show it now, but I think the Lakers got to seal the draft. Getting this guy, SEC Player of the Year, All-American, can shoot the 3 at a high rate, can get to the rim, can slash, can shoot at the mid-range, can do anything you ask him to do. Only discrepancy he has is the defensive side of the ball. Bro, Lakers absolutely hitting this pick. And you got a guy right now at 23 years old can come in and contribute, right? When they double AD, when they double LeBron, kick it out to connect, and he can pop from 3. Hey, bro, look out.
That's correct, man.
Yes, sir.
That is correct, man. The Dog Connect special player, and he did it on an unconventional path, man. Didn't have a lot of offers coming out of college. Did a JUCO route, so let's hear from him. Shout out to Swish Coach for
many kids
with excellent coverage
out there that don't have a scholarship offer coming out of high school. What can you say to them? And then, you know, you taking the process to go into junior college, then enter the transfer portal, then go to Tennessee in your last year. What can you say to them in terms of dealing with the process, believing in the process?
Say to all the kids out there that don't have offers, you don't have to be the highest rated kid in your class or whatever. You could always go junior college or whatever type of route and be different. You know, you can make your own path and find your way.
That is, and I hope the kids at home and watching right now, man. You think you're looking at your friends, get all these offers, man. Stay true to you, stay down, keep working hard, putting those unseen hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Just believe in yourself. I'll obviously have good grades, man, and you yourself, man. You can go to JUCO route, you can go to D2, you can go to NAIA. If you ball, you're gonna get the call, and if you ball, they will find you. So I think this was a great interview by Don Connect. Again, just showing a pathway that there's other avenues that you can get to your dreams. Let's see, and we forgot. For the Indiana Pacers, they picked up what's his name, Wiseman. I think it's
2-year deal. James Wiseman.
James Wiseman. I think James Wiseman is another player that's he's not slept on. I just think he's getting a bad rap right now. I think James Wiseman is another transcending big man who can obviously knock down the 3-point shot. We didn't get to see a lot of him in Memphis due to whatever they want to call it, tampering or whatever they call it. They caught a penny for it. It happens every day. I still believe in James Wiseman. I think he could be an extraordinary player. I think the Warriors should have spent a little more time with him. I think that it kept him and Steph in that pick and roll with him being able to stretch for like both of them that have been spectacular to see. But nonetheless, I like to see James Wiseman out there in Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton, Nembhard, and Alex Turner, Miles Turner for that matter. So I think that's gonna be something to keep an eye on. Oh, man, I feel like it's like something else I'm forgetting about. And it's always something happening on the NBA news, man. I don't know how Woj does it, man. He's got to be on caffeine or something, Adderall or something, bro. But nonetheless, if nobody else has anything else to say, we will conclude the 3-man weave. It was a hot topic of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you tune back in for the 3-man weave, man. It's always going to be electric. It's always going to be spitting and food flying out of our mouths. But definitely the hot takes. So definitely come back for more next week. But where will we be at this week, fellas?
Not sure how I'm gonna get there, but I'm supposed to be going to Bradley Chubb. You know who Bradley Chubb is? He is the defensive end of the Miami Dolphins or edge rusher. He's having a camp this weekend. He's actually good friends with LaMarcus. He's supposed to be going this weekend. Trying to go to that still car issue, so we'll see. But I'm definitely trying to do that for sure. You guys?
Yeah. So, like I said earlier in the show, we're gonna try to hit that commitment at McIntosh for the tight end, and then what's going on this weekend? Is something going on this weekend? Is there something going on this weekend, Nash?
It's like 3 different basketball events I told you about. You got TLC
yeah.
Tournament of Champions. They having their event. You got Rise. They're having the Battle of Georgia. Probably might try to come on Sunday. Got some good talent there. Atlanta Express supposed to be in the building. Game Elite. Some top tier talent. So they do a really good job. And then it's one more big basketball one. Tip Off Classics is another one that's supposed to have. But we might likely be at the one in Cartersville. Might check that one out. I'll definitely let Bacon know. But looking like Sunday if I'm able to go. But I'll let him know probably beforehand. But yeah, those are the top events.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, they heard it here first, folks. That's what we will be at this week and this weekend. So now it's time for the segment you are waiting for, the Words of Wisdom segment. Pull out your notepads, pull out your phone recorders, hold it close to your microphones or your stereo system because we're going to unwind some gems. Pastor Jerome, would you bestow on us some blessings, some words of the day?
I thought you were about to say the wisdom of words. I'm like, what? But my words of wisdom this week is going to be a little bit more football oriented this week. But just as far as transferring and recruitment, man, make sure your decision is your decision. Make sure that, you're really thinking about it, not just trying to jump to on a decision, because a lot of these decisions are big decisions, man. I've seen too many people just, transfer and it just haven't, been the right thing, or committing and, have to decommit. Make sure that the decision you make is your decision, not anybody else's. Because at the end of the day, it's your livelihood, it's your life, man. So, obviously take input from people, and things like that. But, at the end of the day, it's your decision where you want to go, and, take it up for yourself. Don't do it for, I know you want to please mom and dad or maybe something like that, but make sure the decision is good for you, man, and really think about it. I know a lot of people, just trying to get to that big name school and things like that, man. You gotta make sure it's the right fit for you. So I felt like this is a good time to kind of say that around this time. So that's gonna be my words of wisdom. With everybody kind of committing right now, things like that. So commit to what works for you, man. And shout out to Milton's receiver, TJ Wiley. Totally did a 360 on everybody, but he chose the school that he wanted to. So, so things like that. That's what I mean.
100%. Well, I've had a lot of things on my mind this week. As you can tell, I've been a little scatterbrained, but I just want to check on your people, man. My grandma, she got diagnosed with, she's in stage 4 kidney disease. So, since the prayers I haven't heard, but check on your people. Definitely listen to your elders. They ain't gonna tell you any wrong. But definitely live your life. But definitely listen and take every moment in as it comes. Be in the moment. Be as present as you can. Because time is short. Time is fast. For my seniors, for my juniors, as you were just juniors last year, or if you're a senior, you're getting ready to go off to college now. Just think about time that how fast that time went. So just take it all in, and just be as present as you can. Time is precious. We're only here for a good time, not a long time. We only promise 120. Most people only get 70 to 80. So just affect people, be wholesome. You know what I'm saying? Treat people with respect. Treat yourself with respect. In order to give respect, you got to give respect. So just be personable. Smile. Don't smile with your mouth. Smile with your eyes. And people like that more. So just be human, man. Don't be negative. Don't be cold-hearted. Because a cold-hearted world is not a good one to be in. So just be kind. That's my words of wisdom.
I would say your grandmother, Bacon.
Appreciate you, bro.
Blessings and first to you and your family, man, and hope hard times will bypass, brother, for sure.
Appreciate you, G.
Yeah. Mine's not as heavy. Mine is a little more playful today. It's just for the young men. I know some are, I know we live in a more, what is this, Gen Alpha? I know they're a little bit more kind of, have social anxiety.
Emphasis on alpha.
Huh?
That's it. I said emphasis on alpha.
Emphasis on alpha. So I know it's a little social anxiety, and a lot of them are antisocial. But I would just say to you guys, just I know the world can be scary. I know humans can be scary, but just there's some good people out there. Just be yourself and have conversations, and that translate kind of to my point of the dating world. If you're nervous, I'm not saying to get in a relationship or anything like that. All I'm saying is just be open-minded, have a conversation, and it's find things of common interest, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's just, I'll give you guys an example, okay? I went to a ranch this past Sunday, right? And I'm just trying to connect with y'all. I went to a ranch this past Sunday. I had the cowboy fit on, yada, yada. Nonetheless, I'm just telling you guys, like, there was so many women there. I approached a couple. Some was like, no. Some we had entertaining conversations. So I would just tell you, if you're lacking the confidence, don't be afraid of rejection, okay? It's going to happen. It happened to me. Don't take it like, what I'm saying? Don't take it to heart, man. Just be you, be yourself. Throw them a couple quick lines, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen you looking over me, or I seen you looking at me hard, you know what I'm saying? And keep doing that, we're going to have a problem. Like, just find your own way to be kind of playful with it, you know what I'm saying? And find a way to kind of connect with her, you know what I'm saying? And just have fun. So I know it's a different kind of generation now, but, sometimes you need that companionship, and things like that, man. I feel like a lot of guys lack the confidence. And if you want a good way to build your confidence, get into your craft, man. Whatever that may be. If that's art, if that's music, whatever you have a passion for, get into your craft, work hard. And naturally, when you talk to other people and females, you're going to have that confidence. And get in the gym. If you can't afford a gym, go run. You know what I'm saying? If you can't run, jump rope, right? If you don't like to lift weights, do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like to do the squat rack, do lunges. Like, just find ways, in order to get out. I guarantee y'all, if you work on your body, you work on your mind, you read, do those things like that, you're going to have confidence when approaching women. It's going to flow off you. It's going to be just like that. When you say no, it's going to just flow off you. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like nothing. So that's just my rap to the kids out there that are younger, that be afraid to approach. Go out there, approach. The worst things you can say no, keep it pushing. There's 8 billion people on this planet. 8 billion. So just have that confidence. You never know what to take. My confidence has risen, just to let you guys know. And I just be at it like, man, it's just reps. That's it. I'm repping up. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's said wrong, I'll learn from it. So that's my playful tactic tonight for the young men out there. It's a female, you feel it. Don't be afraid to approach. Worst thing she say no. It's her loss, pimp.
Her loss. If you want infield footage when we go to Hoover of Naj talking to these women, hey man, blow us up. We'll definitely bring that high quality content for y'all, man.
Okay, bro.
Infield footage. We're gonna put a GoPro on them.
I'm dead.
But ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude the words of wisdom. And before we go, man, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, man, but we got a lot of people in here right now. If you want some cleats, if you want some gloves, you want some t-shirts, you want some apparel, Phenom is blessed us with a promo code ITH. Jerome got the Kool-Aid gloves and the cocaine gloves right there below. Smooth, silky. What's that right there? Mouthpiece?
That was a mouthpiece. You got some mouthpieces right there. You got some clear mouthpieces, white gloves. Got the Kool-Aid gloves.
I can't keep straining like this.
I get some colors, you know. So y'all want 10% off? Got the blue. Ooh, the cool blue.
Onyx right there.
Listen. Another white one.
Well, that's straight goodie bag, man.
10% off. Use that promo code ITH football. Get 10% off on all your merch. You want to save some money and look fly in the season. Season about to come up, baby. You gotta look fly. Let's do it.
FFLY, ladies and gentlemen. That'll conclude the show for today. And as you already know, man, this is the First and Foremost podcast where we don't just give you the spiel, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it real. Yes, sir. Peace and blessings. Thank you for everybody who tuned in today. 200 viewers. We want to keep pushing that up, man. Definitely like our YouTube. I'm saying do all that good for us. Do all that good stuff. The next week. So come back next week. It'll be better than ever. 100%. Peace and love, everybody.